Still the foot.
There's always just that active red line defending.
I think it's like
People, deluded, I'm back again. Above my head, you can see it's Brighton against Manchester United. People, big up you lot for tuning in. I beg you, give me 2 seconds because I need to make sure certain things are patterned on the stream, and we'll get straight into it. I'm a bit behind schedule. I can't lie to you lot. I was editing a video for you lot to come out, and I lost track of time. But I want to make sure everything is sweet. I actually need to turn on my TV so we can actually watch this game. But Brighton up against, obviously, Manchester United. It is the Danny Welbeck derby. It's a close game, I must admit. I do think if United players can stay fit, they've got half a decent team. And I mean, Brighton, for the last few years, they've displayed themselves as a fantastic footballing side. I'm keen to see what their new manager's on because I think he's like 31. So he's quite young. He seems to play attacking football and whatever have you. And he seems quite innovative in that regards, people. I mean, you know what? Crystal Palace are probably going to be crippled because they're losing several players. But I would say, apart from the obvious traditional top six, I'm keen to see the Crystal Palace gaffer and the Brighton gaffer today, man. So, you know, in an ideal world, as a Manchester United hater, not the club, because Manchester United is an amazing club. Their fans are annoying, though. So hopefully they lose. Hopefully Arsenal get 3 points against Zuno Emre. Easier said than done. I am a bit nervous, especially because there's some rumours that Gabriel Jesus hasn't travelled with the squad. You know, they could be white lies, but apparently Gabriel Jesus hasn't travelled with the squad. I don't know where we're at with Fabio Vieira and Eddie Nketiah as well, because they could be making moves away. Kivy will probably get a place on the bench, as will Reece Nelson. So, yeah. But in relation to Manchester United, Brighton, let me know where you are at, people. I mean, this man said, big up DG. Just saw a post saying Jesus is injured for today's game. He's killing me, man. He's killing me. I don't know what YouTube creator said it, but some content creator said if Gabriel Jesus does not get 15 league goals, they'll delete their platform. So, boy, it's a madness. We've got big up Stringer Bell. He's part of the furniture. We've got a 2-2. We've got a 2-1 United. So everybody expects goals today. I expect goals, man. I expect Manchester United to hit Brighton on the counter-attack and make it work. I actually think Rashford's going to have a good game. But Brighton play good football, you know. They've got good individuals. Danny Welbeck will be a handful. Billy Gilmore, is interesting actually seeing him play for Brighton because he's actually linked with a move to Napoli, people. So this could be his farewell tour, people. And again, before we carry on, as you know, there's very few things that are more important than football. But one thing that's always annoyed me is when people come out and say, footballers, why isn't the TV turning on? Yo, we need to be able to watch this. What's going on? What's going on? Like I said, people, I'm all over the place. I apologize, people. We're going to get there. What's going on? Don't do this. Don't do this. What the hell is going on? Why am my TV turning on? Okay. You're still sleeping. Wake up. This is where I need to invest in another one. You see you? Cool. You think I've had you for a few years. You think I won't upgrade like Mikel Arteta? Cool. When the 50-inch comes to the carpet, don't complain. Well, I'm going to shake you. I'm going to get a projector. I'm not even going to take you off the wall. I'm going to let you see. Watch. Projector settings. Don't you ever scare me like that. Anxiety going through the roof. Smash the like button, folks. Again, it's raining as well. Let's make sure the TV's muted because, you know, we ain't got the biggest of channels. We cannot afford copyright claims. What channel is this on? It's probably on BT, isn't it? Let's go to BT. Or TNT, whatever they call it. No Jermaine Genius. I'm sure you lot would have seen these guys for a madness right now. I want to know exactly what he did. You'll see him talk on the Sun as well, giving an interview. So yeah, man, it is what it is. We're back, man. But we're back. Where are we, people? So yeah, it should be a good game of football, man. Brighton play good football. United play decent football. It's a contrasting style. I think United will be a bit frail as they are defensively. Likewise with Brighton. I'd watch out for dunk from set pieces. I'm sure Liverpool fans are hoping that Milner can do them a favour. So, yeah, Shy Havertz in my FPL, how I've fallen. To be fair, I should have got Havertz, but I didn't have the money, and I seen that he's gone up. He's gone up in price. But as I was saying, it annoys me when people say footballers don't care, because Diallo is playing today. Unfortunately, you know, commiserations to him and condolences because he's announced that he's lost his mum. His mum has died, and he's still playing today. Not that, you know, it makes you any less or more of a man or a footballer if you do, but big respect for my man, and it'd be lovely for him to score, man, as a little tribute. Obviously, nothing can bring your mum back, but yeah, Gina sent inappropriate texts to 2 women. He's moving mad. He's moving mad. You got a wife, but then again, it's in my experience, it's the married men that move the braziest, especially in the workplace. And I hope he weren't going too mad. Obviously, thoughts with the women and whatnot. But yeah, bro, what was he doing? Like, what was he doing? And respectfully to anyone suffering from mental health or anything like that, but I think there's a theme of celebrities or people in the public eye. They get caught doing a madness, it doesn't bang, then they give an interview in some sort of TV publication or something of that ilk saying they're sorry. Me personally, you know, if I had a wife and she cheated on me and she went to the Sun or wherever to speak about it, I'd be even more embarrassed, because why are you airing out the dirty laundry? I'd rather suffer in silence, man. So it is what it is. He's slipping. Brian always seemed to know how to dismantle United. Man, the season isn't even properly started. We got 2-0 Man United. We hope Ahmad could score, man. Who will come out as winners? You know what? It's a wet and windy day at Brighton. From what I've seen of Manchester United under Ten Hag, they can be their best friends or worst enemies. They play good football, but they can shoot themselves in the foot. I'm saying 2-1 each way, man. I'm going to go 2-1 Man United for Diallo, because I think his goal will be the difference, but yeah, I can't really call it, man. On paper, it's got all the ingredients to be a great game of football for the neutrals. Whether you support Brighton or Man United, you're just going to have to see, man. Big up yourself, Dan. Big praise, man. And big up you lot. And don't forget, after this, people, we will be watching Arsenal against Aston Villa later today. Hopefully Brighton can turn up. Also, it's good for us to access how they play before we play them this time next Saturday at home, which is also a great point and one I forgot about. I actually might be going to the Brighton game. So yeah, you're right. And Brighton they've made some good signings, man. I might start FM save with them, you know, João Pedro, Mitoma. Obviously, they've got NCO, they've got Rutter, Billy Gilmore up until a point. We'll have to see. Bless up, DG. We're back again for another watch along. 7:27 a.m. right now, man. But football is life. I'm up for it. Come on, Brighton, Munich. Big up yourself, Marcel. You're part of the furniture. And again, massive respect, because you know what? I always forget, especially you regulars. Sometimes I forget that you lot don't actually live in England. So yeah, you're there at 7 a.m. Big up yourself. Yeah, apparently Gabriel Jesus is injured. We're going to have to see when the match day squad is released. And I don't know what you lot know me. I'm a big fan of Gabriel Jesus, man. Like, yeah, he can't score goals, but I don't think there's an Arsenal fan that can tell me that he isn't a good squad player and he hasn't got some qualities, but he's not giving me anything to back, man. Like, the man, you need to stay fit. You need to stay fit. What is going on? I'd rather you miss out now, but you know, going into this season, obviously Mikel Moreno has signed for the football club. Well, in the process of that, he's not here on paper. You've obviously got Tomiyasu out. We're obviously speaking about Gabriel Jesus. You know, Fabio Vieira could leave, but he had a bit of a knock. Timber, well, it's a bit touch and go. Not sure where we're at with Calafiori. Don't really fill me with positivity, really, you know, because fair enough, when you're like 10, 20 games into the season, I don't think there's a single Premier League footballer that is 100%, doesn't have a little knock or a niggle, but like, the season just started, bro. Season just injuries can happen at any time, but it's just kicked off, man. It's just started. Brighton still got Lamptey. Who's injured? Jesus. He might be in the therapy after that traumatic event last week. Boy, Eddie Nketiah is going. Eddie Nketiah is going to leave, but where Arsenal's concerned, just based on, I don't know, but based on Mikel Arteta's press conference, he basically said, yeah, he's close to leaving. It's not probably as close as the media is making out. He's going to have to fulfill his job, his job being on the bench or being used in some capacity, obviously today or tonight or this evening, however you want to phrase it. And then beyond that, it's your business. I'm not going to lie. Early shout, I think there's a penalty. I saw the ref in the looks. I saw the look in the ref's eyes. He's going to do madness today. I don't know what side, but there's controversy. Manchester United are going to kick off, people. It's a wet and windy day at the Amex. Is it still called the Amex? And hopefully it's a good game of football. I'd prefer Brighton to win, but I'm going 2-1 United. And I would like Diallo to actually win, man. Kobe Mainoo's a baller. Casemiro starting. He seemed to be someone that would be leaving Manchester United, but probably a bit like Thomas Partey at our club. There's no offers. Mr. Onana on the ball. When it comes to just specifically playing football, he's one of the best goalkeepers at that aspect. Everything else, he's so unorthodox and banduli. And I'm not a Man United fan, but obviously as a 29-year-old Arsenal fan, I've seen them with Van der Sar, with Schmeichel, with safe hands. Like, he's not a bad keeper, but would you describe Onana as Mr. Safe Hands? Probably not. Jason Still, that's a ball. Have Brighton been able to keep that in play? Not quite. That was a good pass of his own. Must have heard me praising Onana, and he said I might not be better than him, but I can do a thing. I'm at the salon, can't watch. What do you mean you're at the salon? You got long hair? Do you see why? That's why I cut my hair, man. That's why I cut my hair. I spent too many Saturdays having to get my hair done when football's on. And every now and again, you got to get treatments and sit under the thing. I remember a lot of my Saturdays were spent like having to just watch Match of the Day because I couldn't watch games. The best highlights of my Saturday was getting my hair done and reading, is it Ebony magazine or Essence magazine or any of them things? But even as a little kid, some nice gal used to come into the hairdressers. But apart from that, it was dead. Come on, Brighton, make rants cry today, boy. DG, I just bet money on Brighton 2-1. Brighton 2, Man United 1. Hopefully it comes through, man. Who coined the phrase Brighton Munich? Because that's quite funny, man. Fabio Vieira leaving means we're thin right centre mid. We can't put too much expectations on Ethan. We can't, but he's an option. And to be honest, truth be told, as I said before, I'd rather him get the minutes than Fabio. Fabio's 24. At least with Ethan, there's a bit of light at the end of the tunnel. Fabio Vieira, like, you'd have to really have pulled up trees this season. And as you said, with our squad being thin, if Mikel Arteta has said, yo, you can still leave, that tells me how much he really rates you or where he's at with you at this moment in time. I was just about to praise Manchester United's build-up play. Bruno Fernandes put a stop to that. And I must admit, listen, I am not Ten Hag. I don't know football like Ten Hag. He knows his players. But this Bruno Fernandes false nine, even if he scores, it's not the truth, man. It's not the truth. I know there's injuries, but it's not the truth. You're accommodating too many players. Started off a bit patchy from both teams, if I'm completely honest with you. You need the game to probably normalize and settle down. What I would say is, I mean, this is ignorant of a Sunday League football fan or a Sunday League player, but when it's windy and rainy and whatnot, have shots at the keeper. You might spill it. We are feeling attack. Jesus has got a groin injury. Big up yourself, Fate. The trick is get your hair washed the day before and then just go in for braids in and out. Hey, big up yourself. I never knew you had braids. To be fair, that's none. Did I really? It does make it easier when you get your hair taken out. I used to see even that when they taking out hair used to jar me. Combing hair used to hurt. I didn't mind. Like, it used to feel nice washing. My hairdresser was quite sexy as well. So that was, yeah. And camera didn't hurt that much. I do miss having single plaits. Brighton attacking down this right-hand side. It hasn't gone anywhere. COVID long hair didn't cut it, braids and that. I hear it. I mean, I'm not going to say his name, and I'm quite upset that he's playing for Jamaica, if I'm honest with you, owing to what happened. I mean, obviously, if that never happened, then I'd be happy, but he ain't got a fan in me. I know that much. We don't condone what them kind of guys there do. I could be scouted for Chelsea, Braid, I see 3 sets. You're a fool, man. To be fair, you're right. But this year, they're changing it. They're going for the spiky head blonde youths now. Manchester United's Mazouari. He looks a good fit for United in what I've seen of the opening first 3 minutes and last game. Is that Mason Mount? Man. To be fair, it weren't Mount. It was Bruno. Bruno and Mount, they've got to frustrate the living daylights out of Man United fans. They're not bad footballers at all. They're just incredibly frustrating. They play football like they read the Match of the Day magazines and just watch David Beckham. Like they play football like it's golf. It's just high volume, doing the same thing time and time again. Deluded came to United just to get benched by Maguire. To be fair, it's a long season, and I guess he's got to earn his place. And I guess selfishly, Man United needed a centre half. They probably still need another one. There's a bit of a head injury. I think Bruno soldiered that Rashford down this left-hand side. Can his decision-making work out for him? Marcus Rashford, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes. To be fair, I hope Bruno's all right. He's got up to his feet, but he seems like he's still feeling slight effects of that madness. To be fair, now the game's starting to normalise. United started to play football. I guess on that occasion, you could accuse Lisandro Martinez, who's normally quite decent in possession, of forcing it on that occasion. But, yeah, man, should be a decent game. I think there's goals. I must admit, the more the game goes on, I think we all probably jumped the gun a bit. It might be a 1-0. I can't lie, watching football in this weather is atrocious. After the game's atrocious, but when you're playing in the rain, it's lit. Slide tackles are lit. Brighton down this right-hand side, never a foul. He's bought that off Rashford from Veltman, to be fair. He's taking it quickly. João Pedro, pocket pick by Diallo. To be fair with you, I'd be a bit peed off if I was Man United, because Brighton have been lucky. They've taken the quick free kick. The ref has said they've taken it too quickly, and they actually flopped it. Bruno's such a baby, lost the head of them, pretends to be injured. To be fair, it did look like his head got knocked. But I guess when you're always crying, when you legitimately do get hurt, people ain't really care about it like that. It's actually crazy how Zertsky isn't starting. I don't think he's fully fit. Obviously, he was at the Euros, and I guess you were ticking over training, but he's come back later than everyone else. He did have a slight injury. And I do think you've got to blood these players in at the right time. Brighton moving a bit mad, conceded a corner, surely, have they? Brighton's dunk, and still a bit of miscommunication there. But that could be a source of a goal for Man United, really. Playing out from the back for all teams, you're going to have those moments where you're bugging. And to be fair, I believe Bruno and Diallo, they did do well to close down the Brighton centre-half. Bruno Fernandes to take this corner. Manchester United captain. I must admit, I don't support Man United, but it's a bit of a humbling experience seeing someone like Bruno Fernandes, the captain, Onana's antics in goal, and a lot of other things of what United used to be. Where's Danny Welbeck, man? We haven't seen you for about 6 minutes. The game's going slow. Bruno Fernandes, that's a decent corner. Where are the red shirts? Bruno Fernandes finds Diallo. Sends Matoma shop, really. But this is the thing with left-footed people. They don't want to use that right peg. Mazzuari. Bruno Fernandes goes all the way back to Onana. Bit disappointing there. DJ, are you not kicking ball anymore? I understand you can't commit to Sunday League. And remember a while back, you had a fallout of sorts. Hey, no, I'm back. I returned. Yeah, I'm playing here and there. Began pre-season. But yeah, man, do you know what it is? Getting old, man. Like, still love it, but getting old is taking longer to recover. The older I get, the less nonsense. Like, when somebody talks nonsense on the football pitch, I get that it's banter, but when it goes too far, like, I can't be held accountable for what I'm going to do. Like, and then you start picking up yellows and reds, which becomes expensive. It's a humbling experience. I'm not what I used to be. And the players are getting younger, man. Like, there's some young whippersnappers out here, man. You're playing against some serious wingers. They're not necessarily good, but they're quick. And there's only so many fouls you could give away. I guess the desire's not quite there, man. But yeah, man, I'll be good for about 5 to 10 games a season. I will do that. 2-1 Brighton. Seems like more of you are thinking Manchester United are going to lose today. DJ's not looking good, bro. Jesus injured. It was an honor being part of this channel. Boy. You really bet your channel on Jesus in a long day, brother. I'm slightly rattled when people spell Jesus like that. I tried the motivation thing. I tried. It weren't me. It was AI. You see, AI is crazy in this day and age. It was AI. Like, there's a deep fake going around with me that I said that if Jesus doesn't score 15 league goals, I'll delete my channel. I didn't say what platform. Did I? Allegedly. Jesus, man. Someone show him that video, man. You're going to mess up a guy's living. Jesus, please. I might have jumped the gun with 15 secretly. 12 is calm. Secretly. It's peak, man. A rare DG miss. Serious miss. Dang. I really think we're moving on from Jesus next year, potentially. Raw DG, you're going outside, coming like Ashley Cole, leave the game before the game leaves you. It is that. Nah, I'm still there. Like, what? Out of 10 for what I used to be, I'm like a 6. I can still maneuver. Like, Ledley King settings. I'm still out here. Like, I can't get ripped. But I know in my heart. And then obviously you go out on a Saturday. I used to be able to, bro, I remember when I was younger, I used to go out and have like 1 hour sleep, 45 minutes sleep, play a blinder. Now, boy, João Pedro goes for the shot, he shanked it left. It's difficult now. It's difficult. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. I don't want to go out like this, man. Man said Ashley Young. You're boy, innit? DG, how do you rate Brighton's transfer window? They've signed interesting players. To be fair, I rate it. I think if you're Aston Villa fan, if you're a Brighton fan, slightly, even if you're a Fulham fan, there's a lot of optimism. I think it's been all right, man. Just because Brighton source play as well, it seems like their players always fit in. They rarely miss. Of course, like everybody, they miss. I would hardly say Lamptey's anything to scream and shout about. Mr. Barco, FM Legends, gone out on loan to Sevilla. But it's quite decent. I'm keen to see what Rotta's on because I've watched a lot of him for France at youth level and obviously he was at Rennes. He's done his thing at Leeds. I don't know if he'll get the goals, but he's a player I believe the Brighton fans will fall in love with. He's a skillers, man. He's got fantastic technical ability and he's got that positive chip on his shoulder, like he wants to embarrass you. Good player. Again, I don't know if he'll score goals. Oh, Nana, that's a ball if it gets there. They're lot. Well, to be fair, credit to the fullbacks. We never get credit. That's a ball. Diallo. Oh, it's difficult. It's more difficult than I'm making out. But Man United should probably have gone a goal ahead. Us fullbacks are the most underappreciated players in the world. And it's a great ball from Onana. In truth, it's just pure desire from the Portuguese left back today of Dalot to put a decent ball in with his weaker peg. It's a decent one. Am I being harsh for saying Diallo should do better? It's harder than it looks for sure. Yeah, you're better than that, I reckon you're better than that. Big chance. Who's better for you, Lavia or Maino? I have to say Maino, man, because what's Lavia done really? Lavia's a baller, don't get it twisted, and I think he did well for Chelsea. He needs to stay fit. But you ain't really done nothing in the game. Like, yeah, you done your thing at Southampton, but you've been injured. Like, it's not going to happen, but if you was to offer me Maino and Lavia right now for Arsenal Football Club, I'm going to take Maino. But then again, last summer, I was on the Lavia train. I genuinely thought Arsenal were going to grab him. Like, what did I know? I thought Arsenal, Liverpool, and obviously Chelsea, because they got him, they were in for it. Because last summer, I thought, yeah, we got Declan Rice, Surely another midfielder comes in. Dream chasing. Wales needs to get cancelled. Damn, what did Wales do? DG, which Brighton player would you take for Arsenal? Now, that's a difficult one. The keeper, still. Easy number 2/number 3, homegrown. And it seems like you can play out from the back. So, bit of a cop-out. But you, Mitoma. I know he's not quite doing the Mitoma things he was doing. He's on the bench, but Adiringa, whatever his name is, I'll have him. So, I said Adiringa, Mitoma, the keeper. Hey, you know what? For 12 months, 18 months, Danny Welbeck again. Run it back. I can't lie. Danny Welbeck on the left-hand side. We could do a thing. I cannot cap to you. I know it's not sexy, but yeah. I'm a big fan of how Brighton play out from the back here. João Pedro's flick on. Has he found a man? No, he hasn't. Dalot. It's so annoying having Diallo and Dalot in the team. Done his job and United have possession. The game's calmed down a bit. I still think both teams are moving a bit dodgy in possession from time to time. But yeah, it's a bit of a stalemate at this moment. Kobe Maino's giving away a foul there, surely. And he has. Brighton bought depth. They want consistent Europa. And that's the thing. Like, Brighton are at that stage now where obviously Brighton are always going to find good players, sell them for a profit. But, Benjamin White, Cucurella, well, Benjamin White's still a good player. I don't know who Caicedo is and Cucurella is and these guys. But through selling all of these guys, they've got rich cash reserves. So you don't really need to sell. And I've said it before, Brighton are at that stage now. Obviously, players always leave. But do you want to be a development farm where, you grow the fruits and then other people enjoy them and they're sold off to bigger teams? Or do you want to keep a bunch of this crop together? And I personally think that's why De Zerbi left. But I do think you're right. I do think they want to aspire long-term, probably Champions League and that, but consistent Europa. And like you said there, you need depth. I can't lie, I might start an FM save with Brighton, I can see myself doing a thing here. Oh, Nana, that's a hospital pass. You got to thank Lisandro Martinez and Kobe Maino for getting you out of there because you sold them very short there. Tomiyasu, Partey, Jesus can't even last 10 games. But hey, Brighton and Ajax, money-making teams. Do you think Arteta is going to sign a striker after this Jesus injury? No, but I think there's even more of a pressing need beyond the obvious to probably bring in a versatile inside forward, probably of the Trossard ilk. Lisandro Martinez as a neutral, he's someone I want to stay fit. You would have been a good signing for Arsenal. I don't think we would have seen you play centre-half. You would have done the inverted left-back thing. Marcus Rashford's done very well. Casemiro, Mason Mount's done well. That pass needs to go. Diallo, you need to pass that ball 20 years ago. And when you've passed it to Mazzuari, there's not enough backlift and speed on that. And it's also poor for Mazzuari. What a poor sequence of play for Man United. Poor free kicks been given away. Rapido. Tranquillo. I don't know. I'm not the manager. I don't know. Internal thoughts took over there. What have we got here? United tactics, hoof and hope is so terrible. It's like championship side with too much money for their own good. Don't worry, Gyrus. England will get a participation trophy. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, big up Wales, but you need to remember you support Wales, bro. You have no right of getting at England. Like, you've not got Gareth Bale anymore. You've got Brendan Johnson. You don't need to do what I'm begging Jamaica to do. Just get all the players that realize they can't play for England, bag them. You don't just get all the light skin youths. And I get it, it's easy. You can, with the light skin youths, you can definitely say, oh, yeah, he's born in Wales or Ireland. You can get away with it. You like shit, man. Stop it. Pick up yourself, Ben. But you like shit, man. Big up Wales, though. But you like shit. Mad shit. Don't want to hear it. Sunday/Saturday league is long. All the traveling, long thing. Just sign up to Footy Addicts. Pick local pitch, play when you want. Now, I do love Sunday league. I'm never going to stop. I think I'll always be out here. I do think, give me 12, 18 months, I'm joining the Vets League. For me, it's the fitness, though, man. Like, it shocks me, like, not to gas up my team, but people, like, my teammates will say, bro, mate, you never stop running and you're fit and that. I'm thinking, bro, do you know from minute 0 I've been dying? Manchester United have done very well to press Brighton high. Kobe Mainoo drops a shoulder. Mainoo Dino doing too much. And half the time, obviously, before games, I'm off the Ray and Neff and some other things. Allegedly. It's difficult, man. La Liga money on the up now. They're going to need to get their bread. Are you watching Real Madrid match? When is that? I mean, to be fair, we could start doing La Liga watch-alongs because it's on ITV now. Billy Gilmore, Cobham hype. That's a ball, though, if it gets there. You know what? That's a ball to this right-hand side. Minte, let's see what you're on. I'll make a video about why Arsenal should shine you if you do something. Yeah, you're not the truth. Get Adjeringa on. You're not the truth. You've lost it. Easiest tackle Casemiro will make. Fortunately, Rashford's decision-making is terrible. Here's the shoot, man. They signed him off YouTube comps. This guy's meaty. This guy's not the truth. Mitai, what is that? A shot's ballooned all the way to the corner flag. He's got an A in his head as well. Your decision-making horrible, man. I've seen this before. They need to sell you. You're going to be at Real Valladolid or something in 12 months, man. You're not going to make it. You're not the truth. That's why Footy Addicts is perfect. Local pitch and you play against randoms and you pick what day you want to kick ball. I just do midweek and get my exercise in. Keep my weekends tidy. You're getting paid from them because you're promoting them. But I have heard about that. I do play fivers. To be fair, I play quite a lot of five-a-side. Like, that's one thing. My brethren are on the five-a-side thing. And the thing about Sunday League is obviously everybody's got commitments. So sometimes you're just, there's no continuity. Like, you're playing with random dons. Because people, like my friends always on to me, oh, Deluded, you got a YouTube channel. Why don't you start your own Sunday League? I'm like, I don't want that stress. Do you know how much stress having a Sunday League team is? You got to go to midweek meetings. You got to make, bro, the first stress is finding a goalie. Like, you have to find someone that goes in goal. And I know myself, if I start a Sunday League team, my defense and my goalie, it's got to be geezers, pub dons, Tony Adams kind of, Ray Parler kind of guys, if you get where I'm going. The man them can only play up front and in them positions there, man. Like, right back like myself if it gets to it. What else are you lot saying in the comments? Big up you lot, man. What do you make of the game so far? Never bet DG. You play with fire. You live and learn, man. You live and learn. You live and learn. What else are you lot saying in the comments? This better be a good game. Waking up at 7 a.m. for not an Arsenal game is a mazza. You are right. But we do it for the love, man. There's no guarantee in football. Brighton down this right-hand side. 20 minutes in, you lot have been in top form. We just need some entertainment. Oh, God, Danny Welbeck. What was that? What kind of pass was that? And that sums it up. On my life, if Welbs bags again. I didn't even get to change my FPL team, man. I got done dirty, man. So dirty. So dirty. I saw myself in our league. I saw myself in the top 7. That's being first to me because some of you lot are great at that. And I know it's only one game week, but I'm not going to lie. I was sitting here thinking, all I got to do is do this every week for 38 weeks and I could do a thing. Only God knows what's going to happen now. I think I'm sure. Have I got Cole Palmer? Because I didn't. If I do, it's Pete. Because I'm sure in the Conference League, you came off. If I remember correctly, I was watching the game. You came off with a hamstring knot. Oh, Nana, Mazuari. What is even my team? How do I see my team again? Pick team, which I didn't get a chance to do. Well, Saka, Salah, Kudus. Let's go. What on God's green earth? I don't know why I've got James McCatree of City. I tried the thing. Tried to be a bit too smart there. Smith Rowe, if you don't do anything this week, you're gone. I tried to be smart there as well. I should have found money, man. Should have found the money for Havertz. I tried to be smart and only get fullbacks. Well, to be fair, I've got Josh and Anderson now. Wait. I just got done dirty because Josh and Anderson was in my team when he was at Palace. Now he's gone to Fulham. I've technically got 4 Fulham players. Pedro Porro, Deluded, Robertson, fullback union. Do something for me, man. United not pressing too much, waiting for Brighton mistakes. I hear it. Danny Welbeck, lovely. Sold Lisandro Martinez. Veltman down this right-hand side. Not a lot of bodies for Brighton. João Pedro. Great tackle. Who was that? Kobe Mainoo. Great tackle from him. Bruno Fernandes, shut up. That's never a free kick. Never a free kick. Bro, I was in your position before. Too many knocks. Just didn't have the time. Thought he had its game changer. These pitches for 5s, 7s, 10s. I only play 10s. Fair enough. You know what? Might jump on that. I do like 11 aside though, man. But I like serious matches, but I don't like serious matches anymore, man. Like I've always loved big games, playing against big teams at decent stadiums, but the older I get, I'm not on the verbal. Like I can't do the verbal thing. I hate, like, obviously people give it, you got to take it. But you know, when it goes beyond the point, like, don't do the most and then say it's just football. And that's where you start picking up yellows and reds and certain teams. I won't say names. You know who you are. You're snitching to the league and doing crazy things. Crazy things. If anything, ideally, because what the team I play for, there's like 6, 7 leagues. We're in the top one. So you got League One, like, which would be the Prem, if to make it make sense. And then you've got the one above. You've got the one above it. It's too serious. I want to play in the dead leagues, man. I just want to play against the dead leagues. DG, repeat after me. Havertz, Merino. Allow me, man. Allow me, man. Allow me. Havertz, Merino. Allow me, man. DG, come 40 addicts, Harringay 6-4. To be fair, it's around the corner. Could be lit. Is it indoors, though? Or if they got Astro? Did play in the Selby Centre a few weeks ago. Manchester United have a free kick here, people. You got Bruno and you got Diallo over it. About time seeing a goal, man. Time's going fast, but going slow. There's only basically 23 minutes in. Diallo's taking it. It's a good one, really. Casemiro, I'm sure he reckons he could have done better there. I'm not sure what he's complaining about or who he's complaining about. I think he's moaning to the ref. Does he think he's been fouled? Had it gone in, they might have just said his fingertips are offside anyways. So, yeah, man. So far, nothing really to scream and shout about. I mean, Manchester United, of all people, can sympathise with Brighton because it looks like there's a leaky roof at the Amex. Therefore, Manchester United cameraman. Still. Yeah, come to Arsenal and be second choice, man. Third choice. You're a decent keeper. Veltman down this right-hand side does very well. Very good play there. Billy Gilmour. It's a good bit of play here from Brighton. Can it come to anything? Billy Gilmour's a baller. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna stop slandering you because Chelsea fans, as they do, gassed you. But quality player. Never big up Levi Colwill, but I'll never forgive Chelsea fans for daring to compare him to big William Saliba. Have some manners. What are you talking about? What? Because he left-footed? Dead. Anyways, Brighton's move has died down, and that seems to be the theme. Like, it's not really much play or anything of note from either side in the final third specifically. Physical too, but I do love a physical game. It's not fun unless it's physical. Harry Maguire. I think he's got one of the best chances in football. Oh, Nano. Diallo's won the flick on, but like, no one else is there. How long before we see Zertsky? Billy Gilmour. João Pedro, who's been in the 10. I ain't really seen nothing from him. His pass hasn't quite come off. Danny Welbeck can't pick up the pieces. Mainoo will send it on its way. Mason Mount. Diallo. Surely Mount's got to show something this season. Surely patience has got to be wearing thin within the Manchester United fan base with Mount. Casemiro. You look at Havertz's fortunes. You look at Kovacic. Out of all the ex-Chelsea players, Mount seems to be the only one stinking up the place. I'm lying. Actually. Raheem Sterling. Wonder who's been a better signing, Mason Mount or Raheem Sterling. That's a ball from Casemiro. Flag hasn't gone up, rightly so. Maino, Diallo. In my opinion, Man United need a midfielder, man. They need a midfielder who's a specialist at connecting defense and the midfield and giving it to the more silky players in the final third. Casemiro, that's not a strength of his. Bruno and Mount, definitely not strengths. Billy Gilmore's always been class. Great to see he's finally making it. And to be fair, he's been linked with Napoli. Fabrizio Romano said they've agreed a move. I'm not even sure why he's playing today. Could this be the final send-off, or could talk of going to Napoli be wide of the mark? So good look. Corner kick, Manchester United. I hope we get revenge on Aston Villa. They're the reasons we lost the title. I hear it, and you're not wrong, but we lost the title, innit? Like, Villa are not going to roll over for us. We didn't put the ball in the back of the net in Birmingham last year. We didn't kill the game in the first half last year, and we paid for it. But yeah, we definitely need to spin the block on Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, on Spurs at the Emirates, the 2 games against Aston Villa. Hey, Fulham, we're coming for you. Short taking corner. Bruno Fernandes, I thought he'd deliver. Uses the outside of his boot. Is there an offside flag? Ref has kept it down. Mason Mount delivers it back into the box. Brighton haven't dealt with this. They're making a mess of this in the same way United are making a mess of this in an attacking third. This is really Sunday League. Yes, Diallo's gone for goal. Unlucky from the Portuguese fullback. Ogate is their target. Varela would be good too. Yeah, but is that a skill set of Ogate? Like, what I mean by what I think they need like a Kovacic or a Santi Cazorla, them kind of players. An Odegaard, someone that does that kind of stuff. It's just square pegs in round holes. There's been 2 attempts on goal from Brighton, 3 from Manchester United, 5 in total. Any guesses as to how many have been on target, people? No? None. Yeah, Trossard should have scored. But then again, like, that's why I think we need a striker, because there's been many a times where Saka, Trossard, Martinelli, Jesus, bare guys should have scored. But they've done the business for us, innit? So like, I can't expect them to score every time. That's where I want a striker or another attacker. I think the December period showed that we need that, if I'm honest. But you're right, goals do change games, and that was a terrible miss from Trossard. But defensively, the whole team went to sleep. Like, Zinchenko, rightly so, can't defend, gets a lot of heat. But I definitely think you can't just blame Zinchenko for the Aston Villa game at the Emirates, because it was horrible from everyone. Jorginho even got away with murder. Boy. It's not quite the game I wanted to see start. I'd say for me, the worst game I saw from my team last season, Fulham away. The most frustrating game. I would have said, you know what? I would have said the first North London derby or the Chelsea game at Stamford Bridge. But I actually think, on reflection, it's West Ham at the Emirates, man. We had like 200 chances, man. Yeah, pure striker doesn't change anything. Because as I always say, we could have a striker and still be saying these things, but surely, like, it's better to try it though. Like, surely it's better to have that, or just an inside forward, man. For me, first choice, you get a bad boy number 9. Havertz is still doing his thing. You have an inside forward. You hope Martinelli and Trossard get back to business. Jesus is about. I definitely think we need another attacker. Because I might be being ignorant, and I know obviously Mikel Arteta trusts all the players, or he wouldn't be there. But when we was in poor form in December, the team that you saw playing, that's the ones that he trusts. No matter what the manager says, and obviously there's injuries, there's factors that can alter what I'm about to say. But if you want to see who our manager rates, and this goes for all the teams, just look at the minutes. Look at the minutes that everybody's played. You know, man can sit here and say Kivior's this and that. The minute Tomiyasu was fit, you're playing left back. Thomas Partey, the running, you was there. Oh, that's a serious tackle by Lewis Dunk. And inadvertently, United could be on the counter-attack. It's 3 against 2. United have to score. They're about to score. Oh, Diallo. It's behind Marcus Rashford. You got to do better there, lad. Marcus Rashford. This guy's an enigma, man. Sometimes you look at Rashford and you're like, you're a baller, you know. Sometimes I genuinely think you're brain dead. Lisandro Martinez, Diallo. couple of times that final ball from Diallo hasn't been good enough. Maino, this could be a good goal. Nope, the offside flag has happened. We owe Villa a hammering. By God's grace, man. By God's grace. And I do think where people consider Arsenal and a striker, yeah, I think it's a weird one because I feel personally, I think people overrate the need for a striker, but at the same time, I don't think it could be overstated. I don't think we need a striker like how people are waffling about it. Like, yeah, we need one or we're going to die. Last 2 years, we haven't really had that. We did get 91 goals. Where I think we need another attacker if we border away from a striker is I like how we're scoring goals, but apart from Bukayo Saka, we can't bet on who is going to get the goals. You know, we hope Havertz does it. He's picked up where he's left off. Saka's the only one that's done it for years. We scored a lot of goals from set pieces. A lot of those goals came in games where we're battering teams. So when you start to go beneath it, I do think a striker or an attacker will take us to the next level. Where the Champions League is concerned, I don't know if we have the budget or if these players are available, but I think that becomes a case of you need them players that can just make magic happen. See, the same way Saka scored against Bayern, the same way you saw Sane do a thing against us, or, you know, you look at the Real Madrid's Vinicius and all these things. It's easier said than done. That's a delicious cross from Brighton. They should score. They have scored. And it's Danny Welbeck. Come on, lads. Let's go, lads. Let's go, lads. The Seagulls have currently Chateau Man United. They're not out of it yet. And it was written in the stars. He always does it. I'm sure a lot of people put them in their FPL. I'm sure there was a lot of people betting on Danny Welbeck to bag. He's been on a crusade against Manchester United since he's left that club. Poor defending. It was a great ball initially from Brighton. It kind of died down. Horrible defending from Man United. Horrible. It all originated from this right-hand side. Credit to Matoma for keeping it alive and all the Brighton players that, you know, sponsored it. We haven't seen João Pedro much today, but it's his cross initially. That's poor. That's poor. United's defense at 6s and 7s. 2 players following the same man. Nobody's following Danny Welbeck. Gone to sleep. Lisandro Martinez as well. Everybody in that defensive back line. Horrible. Horrible. Brighton have drawn first blood. So not a glamorous goal, but they all count. And it was written in the stars, man. It's written in the stars. What's that? 2 in 2 for Danny Welbeck? Should have got you in my FPL team. I don't think United are out of it. They've had their own chances and they could hit back immediately. Good defending by Brighton. But this is why you have to take your half chances. Diallo, that's a ball. Rashford, that's a big save. Oh, and it's gone in. The offside flag's gone up. Rashford got zanged. I don't know if that's offside. But this is what I'm saying. United are not out of it. They're not out of it. Feel sorry for Rashford. He tried to do the running off thing. Shout out Invisible Protege for subscribing via Amazon Prime as well. Is he offside? I don't think he... Is he offside? Ah, you shagged yourself, Rashford. That was a bit of a Banduli finish because Still actually made the save. I think he's actually made a save. It's hit the heel of Rashford and got in. VAR's having a look. It did look offside. You never know. If Alex Ferguson puts the payment through, who knows? But this is something for Brighton to think about. They're not out of it yet. But hey, we finally got a goal for our problems. That's why I'm here to support Brighton. I'd like a centre forward and an inside right attacker to cover Saka. Seagulls nicking United's chips. Unpopular opinion, yeah. I'd prefer someone who's stronger on the left. But if you could find someone that's a bit like Trossard that can maneuver on the right and the left as well as up front, I'm on that. I don't want to, you know, if Kai Havertz can keep scoring goals, it's cool, isn't it? Like doing your thing. But I just think if you start to look at the next 2-3 years, as you know, as provided Arsenal keep up this ascendancy and we're looking at improvements, clearly we could, pardon me, have more long-term options in midfield. Moreno's a step in the right direction. He's only 28. He's got at least 3-4 seasons. But who could you really, again, they can be part of it. And I'm not saying they're not with it, but if you put Arsenal's strongest front three, whatever you've got to say, you know, I'm not going to waffle about the left or up front. We all know Saka's there. Apart from Bukayo Saka, who can you really, could you say you could upgrade on the 2 other positions? And if you find someone twice the ability of Saka, do your thing, in it, like everything. But that's the thing. And I do think Jesus, obviously you're contracted until 2027, but I don't know if he'll be here next year. I'm not convinced on Gyökeres. I'd rather go for Matoma or someone in the Prem. All the mind Matoma, man. His stocks have kind of fallen. He's not really the name on everyone's lips, but yeah, I mean, it's hard not to be convinced on Gyökeres, who ironically played for Brighton at one point in his life. You know, a rare miss from Brighton because they should be, you know, benefiting from that. He scored another hat-trick. Diallo's lost the ball cheaply. Brighton's definitely a good team to watch, man. They play balls. You know what? We're starting an FM stream with them. The minute Arsenal asks for me, I'm leaving the Brighton job, though. Bring Adiringa. Mate is terrible. Super Danny Welbeck. Tell him again, Graham. Big up you and American Gooner and Matt. Seems the older heads have woken up and happy Atticus, man. Great chat and insight as always. Any thoughts on the score against Villa today? 2-1 Arsenal, man. Villa take the lead, though. I'm nervous with Aston Villa, man. They're the villains for a reason. They, in their own way, they spoiled our title challenge last year. Since Emre's gone over there, it's been bad news. Seems like a bit of a negative omen. João Pedro marking Harry Maguire. I am not sure that's the best course of action, Brighton, here. It's a terrible corner, if I'm honest, from Bruno. But United have a throw-in deep in Seagulls territory. American Gooner, come on. Get in, Lookman. Are we going to spend the bag, though? United fans think Garnacho is some generational talent. It's next level delusion. I don't think he's a generational talent, but I think he's a good player. I think he gets a bad rep. He's definitely incredibly frustrating, but I like Garnacho. When I speak to Man United fans, it seems like every football team, they're quite tall. That's a ball from Lisandro Martinez. United need to get back in it. Jason still has made this save. The offside flag did eventually late, but it did come up. Again, United are not out of it. But I don't think either team have been good enough in the final third as their manager would want. The one time Brighton were, they obviously bagged. But both teams have been a bit defensively. Brighton at times have played their way into trouble. United are guilty of switching off. Other than that, it's been a nothing match. But football's about fine margins. Was looking forward to the hate watch this. But in my country, only our match gets shown today. Stupid TV rights. What country you in, Oliver? And to be honest, count your blessings. Because at least whatever country you're in, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you lot can watch the 3 p.m. kickoffs. Not to be all elitist and that, but this is the British Premier League, and it's like we're the ones that can't fucking watch 3 p.m. kickoffs. What's going on there? It's outdated rule and it needs to stop. Maguire wins the header. Bread and butter for him. I do think the goal has given Brighton a spring in their step, if I'm honest. And here they are down the left-hand side. Let's see what Matoma's about. Matoma. Can he deliver a cross? Ooh, he sent me shop. He eventually delivered the cross, but it's ballooned all the way out of play. He done me. I thought he was going to cross it. He done me as well. He definitely sent me to the shop. I didn't even do anything. Did you man see DG outside? Where? Who? Me? I just make YouTube vids. Who are me? Welbeck scoring against his former club. 65 for Lookman. Nah, man, not for me. It's a bit overpriced, isn't it? It's a bit overpriced. But if he does the business, no one will care about the price tag. But is it a thing where I can't give you names? Do you have to go and scout players? Because I'm not saying these guys are the answers, but you look at Bakayoko, you look at Mitoma and Adiringa, like everybody's got to start somewhere. You know, Pedro Neto, I've been speaking about him on my channel, as you can see with some of the things from his days at Braga. If we're not going to go and, you know, we know Arsenal, we're not going to go and get Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, all of them guys. Do you scout these guys before they end up where they end up and the price tags are what they are? Do you then go and you look at someone like Marcus Rashford, Raheem Sterling, Mudryk, these kind of players that, you know, are seen as damaged goods? Whether you're able to prize them away or whether they're the better option, again, is another question. What do? You just have to see, man. Like, more blind optimism because I have no evidence that Arsenal are going to sign players. Obviously, I don't know Mikel Arteta or Edu, but surely you don't let Fabio Vieira go. You don't let Eddie Nketiah go. You don't let Reece Nelson go if you're not going to bring in more squad depth. Who those players are is another thing. Danny Welbeck, the goal scorer, nicks it back. Brighton are giving it away. Goals change games, man. And in life, you've got to kill the game before it kills you. Merino is done. I mean, David Ornstein basically alluded to that. Fabrizio Romano did. Apparently, he traveled to England yesterday. You'd imagine he's currently doing his medical or going to do it today. You'd imagine after the game against Aston Villa, Mikel Arteta is going to be asked about it. But until it's done, it's not done, is it? To be fair, credit to Bruno Fernandes. I see what he tried to do there, but it's good defending from Brighton. Oh, curse of the commentator, they're giving it back. Rashford, Casemiro, thought Rashford was fouled there. Referee said play on. Bruno Fernandes delivers. It's a good one into the hands of Steele. Jason still talk to Mikel Arteta, man. I can't guarantee first team football, but you could be one of the goalies. Exactly. Ethan took his chain. I want to see Ethan get minutes, but then I don't want to. Obviously, at the end of the day, it's like Kobe Mainoo. Like, as much as I'm sure United fans, many logical ones would say, you know, don't overhype him, give him time, let him grow, all of these things. But once you're in that first team, what could really happen? And I would like to see Ethan exposed to more minutes, which naturally he's probably going to be on the bench today. Like, hopefully he can. But at the same time, when I take off the youngster cap and you're looking at winning titles, obviously you don't, as good as he is, you don't know what you're going to get from him for 10 games. He's a young player. And many people that are screaming, play these young players, give them an opportunity. If you play a young goalie, makes a mistake, the same people that were waffling want to see him dropped. If a young striker or attacker doesn't play the right pass or misses a 1v1, they're not on it. I do think fans can be a bit irrational. Of all clubs can be a bit irrational. They want hella rotation, but they want stability. You know, they want young players to be given chances, but they still want to remain competitive. Definitely Arteta could do more where Haylen's concerned, but who really is worth it? Now, I'm not even buying it, but like Ethan, cool. Lewis Skelly, cool. Who's really worth it? When it comes to selling, we could do a lot better. Where do you think Rice's future is? The 6? I think both roles, man. I think if Moreno comes in, probably more of a 6. But who knows? Mikel Arteta could make Mikel Moreno the 6. Declan Rice is still more attacking on the right-hand side. And I'm not going to lie to you. With Declan Rice, that kind of new look Declan Rice, with Benjamin White, indirectly with Saliba and Odegaard and Saka, boy, he could cook. This is it. But social, you know, that's not how people behave, man. What about the young Batiste guy you did a video on recently? Hassan. What's his name? I can't pronounce it. Hassan Diao or something. Raw, though. And then I don't mind getting one of those raw players, but then they're not immediately, in my opinion, going to challenge the existing options for first team football. I would like a more ready-made guy, but that might have to be the angle. Marcus Rashford stopped from counter-attacking. There's a good battle down Brighton's right, Rashford's left, or United's left. We should go raiding other Premier League clubs' academies as well. All the Dons getting snatched whilst we sit here and watch. I mean, if you can go find a Cole Palmer at City, I'd be great. Not going to lie, still puzzled at how Edu can't even scout the Brazilian or South American market when City do it so easily. Amen. And it's easier said than done, but we could have done with a little Julian Alvarez. I'm dream chasing, but there must be a Vinicius or Rodrigo out there for us. You went all the way to Brazil and came back with Marquinhos. Where is he now? Where is he? He's gone back to Brazil, which scary now. You're not going to make it back. Oh, wrong glass. Didn't even realize Mount was starting. Don't think he's touched the ball. Harsh, he has touched the ball, but it's nothing of real note. Come on, folks. If you haven't smashed the like button, please make sure you're doing it. Subscribe if you haven't. And don't forget, people, later today, it's Aston Villa against Arsenal, in which we hope we win. Almost approaching the half-time mark, people. Again, Brighton, courtesy of Danny Welbeck, if you haven't been here, have taken the lead. It's been a nothing game in sorts, really. You know, the tempo's been good. It ain't been boring, but it's probably not been the game a lot of us neutrals hoped for. João Pedro, he's been quite quiet. He was involved in the goal, but he's been quite quiet in that 10 role. Moore's a good player. That Liverpool has a good player. You man ease up on them Brazilian dons. What happened to the Victor Roque hype? To be fair, Barca killed him. Barca killed him. I just want the best. I just want competent players. I don't care if you got to go South America, Europe. Just find ballers, man. We used to, I know the game's changed, but that used to be our bread and butter. Like, I must admit, I was watching YouTube videos yesterday and I was just thinking, could we find a little Adebayor? Like, even if you could find someone like how Adebayor was, that would be cool. I'd love to have an Adebayor and Alexis Sanchez, a Santi Cazorla or Cesc Fabregas in this team. A young Nasri would cook in this team. Off that left, you could put him in the 10. Even Arshavin, man. Dream chasing. Saka is a right wing, Vinny is left wing and can play striker. Real Madrid just got it all in it. You got more talent. We'll be here all day talking about their talents. Arda Güler and all of that. Diallo down this right hand side. Can United get back in it? I can't lie, he started the game very well. The last 20 minutes, Ahmad's been quite poor, if I'm honest. His decision making has fallen off a cliff. And you can see the frustration with Eric Ten Hag. Ironically, that is it Toby Collier or whatever his name is, the United lad. He actually, started his young career at Brighton before United bought him. Has anyone seen the United keeper play, the Turkish lad? I don't think I've ever seen you play. Has he played for Man United? I don't think I've ever seen you get a game. All my life, I forgot Christian Eriksen was there as well. I completely forgot Christian Eriksen played for United. There's 1 minute of added on time. Oh, no. That's a ball from Onana, to be fair, for Ahmad. That's one thing I'll give the United keeper. He can spray some serious passes. He's just a bit unorthodox and everything else, mister. Trent is a right midfielder in the wrong era. I don't know. Half time has come upon us. I don't know. I've never really bought into that, if I'm honest. Last goalkeeper I've seen that wasn't Onana was Dean Henderson. Adebayo was a freak. Just once he went to City, fell off. He didn't want to leave, but we had to sell. There you have it, man. And that was a dark time where we're concerned. If Arsenal won't spend big money, the only option is developing the unknown. Is Arteta the guy to create a superstar, or is he only good at gassing the youth? Smith Rowe 10, Eddie 14, gaslit, Arteta fraud. I wouldn't say Arteta is a fraud, but pardon me. I think Arteta is only on working with the elite talents, if that makes sense. And that's a bit redundant because they haven't been main players. Eddie and Nketiah. I wouldn't say Smith Rowe's an elite talent like that, but he did bust him. Eddie Nketiah probably dispels everything I said because he got runs in the team. And then there's therefore a couple others. But I think, personally, if you're like the Saka ilk, the Foden ilk, the Ethan ilk, if Arsenal had Maino, for example, I think he's on. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think he's on working with that. And if I'm brutally honest, of course, we're hailing. We want players to come through. But are they good enough? Are they actually good enough? Because listen, I'm willing to say on YouTube, there's not a bigger fan of youth football than myself. There isn't. Like, you lot see me waffle all day about it. But the players have to be good enough. A lot of people gas up these players. They've never seen them. They've never watched them. Of course, some players will leave and do things elsewhere, and you'll think, what if? Probably like Chido Obi Martin or Koza Jubri. But they have to be good enough. And I'm going to be honest. Like, if you're Mikel Arteta, bro, the fans want a lot. The first priority is to try and win a trophy and all of that pressure. You got to win trophies, win all of these things, develop the players, justify everything that's going on. Then it's their academy, and they have to be good enough. And I think, when we was 8th, it's easier to give young players opportunities. When you actually got a decent team now, it's a lot more difficult. I do think, Miles Lewis-Skelly, Ethan, we need to get a trick out of that. DG, have you seen Cristiano Ronaldo's YouTube channel blow up like mad? It's Ronaldo, of course it is, man. And it's motivational because I really want to get that plaque, man. Come on, people. Make sure you're subscribing. Let's get to 70K. Then when we get to 70K, which is a long way away, I don't think I'll do it in what's left of the year, which means I wouldn't have hit one of my goals for 2024. But once we get to 70K, then the race is on just to get to 100. I don't know if we'll ever get to 100K one day, but that's when I actually sit there like, bro, we actually, listen, I'm appreciative we're doing mad things, but it's like, oh, like, we've actually done something here. DG Nation, we actually got something here, man. You see the Saka Rodrigo debates in the socials. It's always Saka being compared. It's like clockwork. I mean, I think Rodrigo's better than him, but there's no shame in that. Like, Saka is one of the best in his position, but everyone says they don't rate him. He's this, he's that. And then, like you said, the minute somebody's doing all right, it's Saka. It's this. He doesn't move me. He's not entertaining. Who cares about entertainment, bro? Anthony's more entertaining to watch than Saka because he'll do a million pointless skills. I care about end product. I look at Saka in the same way I look at Mohamed Salah. They don't want to rate you because you're not aesthetically pleasing. Like, bro, that's dead. I'm not here for that. Saka, keep doing what you're doing. And if Saka is not entertaining, keep it up. Keep it up. DG, do you enjoy Arteta ball or Wenger ball in the early Emirates era? I enjoy Arteta ball because like we're a lot more competitive and we win duels and that, but like Arsene Wenger ball, man. Wenger ball, like nobody in this Premier League will ever play better football than Arsene Wenger. Like when it comes to playing the beautiful game, no, I don't care what these guys won. Big up Alex Ferguson. Obviously, he won stuff. You can't talk to Wenger when it comes to football. Pep, I can't lie to you. You can't talk to him. Yes, tiki-taka, all that stuff was wavy. But let's not forget, like, let's not just look at teams in their prime. Wenger had some shit players playing out of their skin, some neat 1-2s, flicks around the corners. I've not seen Pep do that. I've not seen Pep do that. I've not seen Pep do that. DG thoughts on Benny White saying Rashford was his hardest opponent. You've seen what Rashford's done to him in it on occasion, so 100%. And fair enough, isn't it? Really, like it's a good battle. You wouldn't. Rashford's decision making lets him down. Rashford, it must be an annoying player to play against. He's fast. He'll run into the channels. He has got a lot of skills. He is on. He can, he'll cut in on his right. He must be annoying to play against. It's just his decision making will let him down. If Rashford had a brain, which no disrespect, he obviously does. Boy, I don't know. He'd probably, I definitely think he'd be one of the best players in the world. Only Barca could chat to Wenger in terms of ball with rugby players. Bro, when did Barca do it with rugby players, though? They never did it. And I'm not discrediting Pep because a lot of people call this guy a checkbook manager and all of that. And I guess, yes, he does work. I always compare Pep to a Michelin star chef. He can cook you a good meal, but you can't go Asda and get him ingredients. You need to get the finest sauce, this and that. And this meat's been curated, pause, for a year, definitely pause, for a year and whatnot. When did he do it? And I think people are harsh to Pep as well, because as I was saying, he made Messi, fair enough, Messi's Messi, but Messi a false nine. Xavi started to get more ratings. Iniesta got more ratings. PK wasn't doing nothing of significance at Man United. Pedro came out of nowhere. He played ball. Dani Alves, I hate to say his name because he's a madman, but he was rated. He weren't really rated like that. Took it to another level. Albert took it to another level. But look at what Wenger was doing with rubbish guys, players that you wouldn't look at twice, playing ball, neat 1-2s, dummies, all of these things. You can't, they can't get onto him. DJ, I told you, Team Brighton, hopefully they continue stuff. Arteta low-key turning us to Moyes/Pep hybrid, dogs with possession baseball. And that's what I expect because obviously, Arteta, he's learned from Wenger, he's learned from Pep Guardiola, he's come from La Masia, he's done all those things, but the vast majority of his playing time was spent at Everton. So there's a lot of connotations about fighting for the first and second ball and all of these things. Naturally, there's going to be a lot of what he's learned from David Moyes. Respectfully, I know once you hear Wenger and Pep and this guy and that guy, no one really wants to hear about David Moyes, but he's a Premier League manager. There's a lot he could have learned. Never take someone seriously who waffles about academy players and never watched them play. That's half of social media. Saka is just getting better and better. We just need backup for the rest. Just need reinforcements, man. Them man went to us, Saka, I can't say that, but I know you talk about for stats against Rodrigo and got hurt when Saka was clear. I did see that and I saw the comments of people like, oh, but Saka's played more games. Okay, but how many? What people forget is, bro, the vast majority of Saka's life, bro, man was playing left back. So only in the last couple of years, he's back to playing where he should be. Not that I know more than any other fan, but I remember arguing in my YouTube comments when people were telling me Saka is not a right winger. How do you know he's a right winger? It's not that I know. I watched him playing right wing. Anyone, true Saka fans will remember the Checo trophy in his academy days where he's destroying grown men. Couldn't even tell you the grown men names with the greatest of respect, destroying them. And what I will say with Saka, he played the biggest praise I can give him. He plays the same way he did. There's a certain simplicity in Saka's game that I love. Is he the most? I do think Saka's entertaining to me, but is he the most eye-catching and entertaining player? No. But he's clearly able to learn, to get better, and he understands being decisive. And I expect this from Saka now, but he just takes it all in his stride, and it still shocks me how you're doing this. So yeah, big him up, man. They always got to compare him, man. This Brighton gaffer, younger than some of our 11. I've wasted my life. It must be nice, man. As I said, Brighton and the Crystal Palace manager, they're two of the guys I want to watch because the things I read about them, the way they're looking at football, mainly Crystal Palace's manager towards the end of last season, I like how they're playing. I feel sorry for the Crystal Palace gaffer because they're letting a lot of players go. So I don't want to exaggerate and I hope it's not a thing, but I think the first priority for Palace might have to be just staying in the Premier League now. Yeah, man. Ain't nobody give a hell about aesthetics, bro. Arsenal been having players like that, and what they done? But Arsenal, we can never win. Just like when people say, oh, you played for a draw against City, which I don't believe we did. Did we set up to try and stifle them? 100%. If you can't win, don't lose. That was the mentality. Had we have won other games in the Premier League last year, nobody cares. And, when our approach was a bit different to try and go gunshot for City and we'd give them a game, they counter-attack us once we're done, people said we're naive. So you can't win. The goalposts are always going to shift. The agendas are always going to shift. Danny Welbeck's got 100 club career goals. Fair enough. He got 32 for Arsenal, 29 for Man United, 28 currently for Brighton, 3 for Watford, 6 for Sunderland. And that the Preston one's gone. Test the waters for Matoma. Try a ting, man. Spare a thought for James Milner, man. What a guy. What a pro this guy is. Still going strong at 38. Playing PL football, have to rate it. He's close to the record for all-time matches played in PL history. I don't think he'll get Gareth Barry's, but you have to rate him. Look, Milner come through at like 16, 17, and he's played for some good clubs, you know. Whenever someone says James Milner, I don't know why, but I always go back to Martin O'Neill's Aston Villa when it was him, Ashley Young. There was a couple other ballers over there. Obviously, he's played for City, did well at Liverpool. People were saying he was finished when he left City for Liverpool, and he became a key player. And he's landed on his, like, he's playing for a good Brighton side, like that. Are they might be in Europe? I can't lie. Don't know if they're actually in Europe for this season. They definitely were last year, doing his thing. Him and Nagelsmann freak anomaly. It is, man. Is it more strength or technique when Saka shields the ball? He almost never gets dispossessed unless he gets clattered. Both. Uses his body positioning. Like, I don't want to sound funny, but I always look for how a footballer uses their bum. Like, again, let's be mature, bro. Your bum is one of the biggest assets you've got with playing football. Look at the best footballers with close control. Look at the way they shift their bum. I promise you, Iniesta, Xavi, he's a bit of an anomaly. Yaya Toure, Saka at this present day, Phil Foden, even Cole Palmer. Look at how they get their body in the way. Pedri, best example. This Welbeck guy was born in Manchester, you know. You'd never believe it how he haunts us, man. Ahmad's been so wasteful this game, but you'll see Saka comparisons on Twitter in about an hour. Can't lie, I haven't seen people comparing Diallo or Ahmad. That's crazy. You might, you know, he's like 20, 30 games behind, I think. Saka would win a Champions League if he was at Real Madrid. Players worse than him have done that. Matoma ain't even that good. Some of these people want players ain't even an upgrade. To be fair, I think he'd complement the side and naturally you'd get more goals in this Arsenal team. But it all depends on the fee, man. I think Matoma's an intelligent footballer. I actually think he'd cook under Mikel Arteta for what it's worth. But it all depends on the fee. What are Brighton realistically going to say for him? I don't think his stock is as high as a couple of years ago. Maybe people read his uni degree where he's talking about the art of dribbling. But I like him a lot, man. I do like him. Fabio Vieira, failure or still waiting? Both. The man's a failure, bro. Like, it's clearly a failure. Like, you are a failure, Fabio Vieira. Like, I like you, think you're a decent footballer and whatnot, but you're 24, you're going on loan. And respectfully, you know, if it was a Prem loan, I'd kind of hear it. Like, you're going back to similar surroundings. You're going back to being your comfort zone. It's an L. Of course, small hope that he comes back a real player next season and we kind of forget that. But at 24, when you get shipped out on loan, are you going to make it back? How many players make it back? There's obviously some examples, but how many make it back from this? Not too many. DG Street saying Odegaard doesn't like to float over to Martinelli's side. Well, the street's been gossiping then, because where's the evidence for this? Who is saying these things? Who is saying this? So when Odegaard sets up Martinelli today, I don't want to hear nothing. Yeah, nah, the Wolves player's taking it too mad. Like, he's grabbing bums and whatnot. Gabriel Jesus, another one. Eden Hazard, another one. I don't know about anyone else, but I really appreciate footballers that have good balance, do the simple things. Like, you can actually sell, like, Messi's the best example. But if you actually deep it, a lot of the time, the ball's not moving, you know. It's the body feints. The ball is not moving. Players that do them kind of things, they're the footballers I like. I'm not really a fan of just blistering pace or blistering strength. Of course, it's great to have it, but I like this. I like footballers who you can see, like, when you go and watch the goal again or the game again, you can see that they've seen that opportunity 20 years before it's happened. So, yeah, man. She did, man. She did. I mean, I'm sure, you know, big up again, condolences to Ahmad's mother. But I'm sure, like, logically speaking, Man United asked him, like, do you want to play? Do you have time off? I'm pretty sure the man said, I still want to play. Everyone deals with grief differently, innit? Like, I guess. So, yeah, thought so with him. It'd be nice to see Diallo score just for that, man. Just don't think he's built for this league. I just don't think he's Spartan mentality. I think Fabio Vieira is just soft because there's small man like you that are thriving in the Prem. There's small men that are thriving out wide. You know, obviously, Foden is better than him. Cole Palmer is better than him. But you could argue they're 10s and 8s. They're finding a way to make it work off the right or off the flanks when they're playing out there. Why aren't you? Pardon me. I think Fabio Vieira, I think he's too mager. And I don't think he's got that core strength. Zertsky could be coming on. I think he's too easily bundled off the ball. I think injuries haven't allowed him to really assert himself. And I think one thing that goes understated, and I don't know Mikel Arteta or anyone, so this is just my thoughts as a fan. I don't think he's good enough off the ball in what Mikel Arteta wants. I don't think he trusts you. So I think these are contributing factors to ultimately why you find yourself where you're at. Has Eddie gone to Forest? Not at the moment. We are loaning Fabio. I don't think it's fully physical with Fabio. It's his mental. There you have it. And at the same time, I don't want to be harsh to him because I don't know you. You might be a Spartan. Like, I would have to see you in training. Fabio Vieira strikes me as one of those players. You're probably an absolute baller in training, you know. You're probably an absolute baller. But unfortunately, training is not real things. Second half soon begin. Someone knocked my door. I hope we ain't got a package. Let me keep my door open. I should close the window because these little kids won't shut the fuck up, man. Always playing outside, whether it's sunny, raining, every day. Like, when summer holiday's done, man, what the fuck, man? Should be doing homework, doing housework. When I was your age, bro, my dad used to take me to work. I had to lift up bricks and do them things. I didn't get paid as well. If you're lucky, I might get a pocket of polos. You need to go learn, man. Read a book. Yeah, I'm getting old, man. I'm only 20. I'm getting old. Why am I ranting about that? Life is changing. Would rather Jorginho in midfield than 5. I don't know. How's this game so far? It's been all right. Tempo's been all right. I don't think there's been much to scream and shout about in the final third, apart from Brighton scoring. I think Man United should have enough encouragement to believe they can get in the game. But as I said at the start of this game, I think Man United are their best friends and worst enemies because they've not taken their chances. They're not really creating much. Zertsky is coming on. It's about time. I should have put you in my FPL. You're going to back. He's actually a baller, man. I don't know if he'll get the goals, but he's a baller. Like, he can play football. Number 7's come off. Mason Mount. Finally, man. Like, again, I can't tell Ten Hag anything. I've never managed in a professional environment in my life. But as a selfish football fan, an ignorant football fan, read a better way, like, you're forcing Bruno Fernandes and Mason Mount into the team. Second half to begin, people. Man United kicked off the first, Brighton kick off the second. And Brighton, that's a bit of a unique kick-off from the off. They've just attacked, and João Pedro sold Casemiro. Well, but hey, bang it. It could be 2-0. Hit. Bro, it should be 2-0, you know, or he should have worked the keeper. Milner's had a chance. How many seconds is that into the second half? 16 seconds. But hey, and this is why I'm not jealous of football managers, you know. Ten Hag's probably sat there for 15 minutes saying, yo, you need to do this and that. And instantly, to be fair, on another day, Milner could do a lot. Milner's got a good strike on him. Could and should do a lot better there. Oh, Nano. Bit of slow build-up play from United here. Not really gone anywhere. It's gone back with Onana. And this is why Manchester United need a midfielder. Yes, you can do the inverted fullback stuff. That's not a strength of Casemiro's to receive the ball with his back to goal. Bruno's not interested in that. Mount, when he was on, not interested in that. So typically you're forced to go long. And it doesn't always work. These men really tried the kickoff glitch from FIFA. United struggle with slow build-up play and believe that they can win. I don't know if they believe they can win, but I agree with the slow build-up play. Partey's still one of the best midfielders. It's his last year anyways on contract. We might as well go all out. Random rants. Yeah, you're getting old. Yeah, man. I knew I was getting old because I don't like loud noises anymore, you know. Random loud noises. I hate it. I like quiet. And I enjoy going to the park and reading a book. Like, I actually enjoy that. Like, sitting near the ducks. And I'm not interested in feeding ducks and that, but I actually enjoy that. Damn. This is not what I thought growing up would be, man. Thoughts on Jesus news? Think most Arsenal fans done with him unreliable. You said it there, man. Whoever scouted Fabio, Tavares, Lokonga didn't do a mentality check on top of the talent not being top tier. I agree with Lokonga. I think Fabio, yeah. I don't know how anyone watched Tavares. I don't know if things go wrong, but Tavares and Runnison, I know it's deeper than just saying a player is good, let's sign them. And that's why I'm looking at it mad, like, because you've got to agree a fee, he's got to have a medical, you've got to look at all the analytics. At no point for those two players in particular, no one went, oh, this might be a bad idea. How can you sign a keeper that can't catch? And I've never rated Tavares. I said it from the jump. Like, I have to keep saying it. Like, you just go on Arsenal.com and read his interview when he signed for us. Now, logically, a defender, I'm not saying you have to waffle about it, but if I hear a defender not talk about, I like to be strong 1v1, I like good battles defensively, alarm bells. If I hear a striker say they don't want to score goals, boy, it's scary. He's talking about, I like to shoot with my right foot. I mentally checked out from then, and I think Arteta did, because I wouldn't know where to find it. But 100%, I bet on everything I love, yeah, that when they asked Mikel Arteta about Tavares, he was like, yeah, that was an analytical signing from the scouting department. So he knew he was rubbed. Shout out to Tavares for the goal against Man United, though. I'll never forgive him for that mistake at Anfield. He's just so beaky, man. Like, actually crap. And some Arsenal fans, I'll never forget when some said, oh, play him left wing. No, man. People used to say he's dangerous in the final third. He's not. Cool, you've got pace. But if there's an option to square it, there's an option to play a simple pass, and you're shooting it and ballooning it into the stands, well, that's not good in the final third. They're the same fans that used to say Gabriel is not a better option than Pablo Mari. I forgive all of you lot who said that, man. We've all sinned in the past, but boy, I don't know what drugs you lot were taking. All I remember from Tavares is Arteta shouting at him, you want to fucking play the Champions League, play to the Champions League. He gassed him, man. Tavares was a movie. He was funny to watch, man. He was a free spirit, like, horrible, man. Horrible. But I wish him all the best, man. I hope one day that I look at Tavares and say, you know what, I was wrong. Allegedly, Tavares, Jesus is injured. Tavares was definitely a failed winger. 100%. 100%. 100%. You look like someone that you probably got to 15, 16 when you get into the scholarship age. They said, you know what, you're not going to make it as a left winger. You might have half a chance as a fullback, which isn't always the worst. Trent, they said you're not going to be like, Trent was a centre mid in Liverpool's academy of sorts. He clocked that, yo, I'm not really going to make it like that. Let me be a fullback. And it's fair to say that move's worked out. Now, the difference between Tavares and Trent Alexander-Arnold, beyond the obvious, is evidently, you know, Trent's actually play football and is actually a quality footballer and actually uses his brain. Pardon me, and Trent's not really the best defensively. He's way better than Tavares. So where are you at with that? Pardon me, corner kick to Brighton. I refuse to believe Arteta won Vieira in the first place. I don't know, man, because when things go right, we can't say it's all Arteta. When things go left, you can't just blame everyone but him. Maybe not. Corner kick from Brighton. It's been dealt with. Oh, now to be fair, United haven't cleared this. Yes, they have. Oh, United, Zerski's going to get in trouble. He's a baller. He's lost the ball here, though. Danny Welbeck. Billy Gilmore, keep that on. Keep that on. He does. Mazzuari's been a good signing for United so far, man. Tavares, Tierney, left-back combo. Oh, the trenches. Hope Tierney finds a good club, though, man. Tierney, I don't know how you not got a Premier League move. United need a centre mid and AM that doesn't want to play the killer ball even when it's not on. There you have it. That's one thing I hate about today's day and age. Creativity is just seen as, I'm going to force the issue a million times in the game. And it comes off twice. It's great. João Pedro. Been a bit more active in the second half. Pedro. Oh, Milner. Uncle Milner. It's a great goal line clearance from Diallo. It should be 2-0. It would have been 2-0. As I always say, us fullbacks are the most underappreciated. Yeah, Uncle Casemiro, you need to go Saudi Arabia. You've been... But never did I think Real Madrid's Casemiro be bundled off the ball by someone about 2 foot taller, shorter than you. This is a sad, sad demise. Milner's trying to get a goal for the Liverpool fans watching, man. He's been involved. This has been a terrible 6-7 minutes of the opening second half from United, really. Been second best. Lisandro Martinez tried to foul João Pedro. That didn't bang. It should be 2-0. Milner done enough to just get a little bit on it. It was going in. It was going in. Darlow, cleared it off the line. It should be 2. And he deserves, boy, regardless of how the result ends, he should be first in the lunch line because he's the only one that's putting in the shift, really. Matoma on this left-hand side. Being a manager, I have to say it again, being a manager is stress, you know, it's stress. You work all week for something, you tell these guys something at half-time, boy. Brighton, or Uncle Milner, you're not that guy, man. He's trying to do the flicks. Brighton play good football, man. I'm not looking forward to the trip to the Amex. And Arsenal fans, we shouldn't laugh because it's written in the stars. Danny scores against us. 1,000,000% he bags against us. Again, United's issues. You've got centre mids who don't really want the ball like that. And then the players you're giving it to, Lissandro can do a thing. Onana's in the build-up phase. Onana's the best passer, and it can't always be him. This is what I mean by United actually engineer their own issues. Maino, Xerxes, this is play. But how many times they should be doing this continuously throughout 90 minutes? For every time it works, there's a million times it doesn't. It goes long. If they win the first and seconds, then fair play. But boy, Ten Hag, you've been there too long. United, you're too big of a club. You spent too much money for these to be issues. Harry Maguire tries to find Rashford. Bruno Fernandes does well to find Xerxes. Rashford's free. It's about to become 1-1. Bruno Fernandes, he glitched. I don't know what happened there. But this is the thing. Brighton can still be good at. United just need to go up a level. I like Xerxes, man. This guy can play ball, man. This is where Arteta should have got one of these guys. I'm not sure what happened with Bruno there, but I'm not sure Brighton fans care. You know what? I'm saying 1-1 final score now, man. I change it from 2-1 United. This is just stinking of a, United are going to stink up the place, a late equalizer. Technically, Rashford put it in the back of the net before VAR, rightly so, ruled it out. Lewis Dunk. Hazelwood. That's a ball. Danny Welbeck. Oh, the ball to Matoma was on there, lad. Switch of play. Danny Welbeck doesn't win the header. Sorry, Mintay doesn't win the header. Ten Hag subs are like clockwork. All right, one love for the super chat, Brian, man. My guy. I said, Havertz, Jesus, Trossard can cover striker, but I was wrong. We definitely need one since Jesus can't stay healthy. Boy, I just think we need an attacker, man. Shout out Schemer in the cup. Go get Gyökeres. I think we're not doing that. The butcher getting butchered. Rey Mysterio settings. Xerxes would cook in a 4-4-2 with someone like Haaland. Unfortunately, we know how this ends. Yeah, we do. He got injured at the Euros, even back in the day. In lockdown, he injured himself. Tierney's a quality player, but he's injury prone. It's one of them things. And the system just left you, man. You can't do the inverted thing. You need to go to a team where... I'm sure if I watched every Premier League game, is there really traditional fullbacks in a sense anymore? But you need to go somewhere where they just say, you know what, Tierney, you're the flying Scotsman. Overlapping settings. That's a ball from Billy Gilmore. Ahmad on this right-hand side. Take him on. You're one United guy. I want to say have a good game, man. Owing to obviously what's happened. Vitaya was right there when we bought Fabio Vieira. Boy, everyone wants to play possession football with no heritage for it. Just be a counter-attacking team. I'm a big fan of the shade you're throwing there. Can we get to 100 likes? We've got 89 people. Come on, man. Come on. What's all this about? See, people are at me on Twitter. I think someone said they're deleting their YouTube channel if he doesn't get 15 goals in the Prem. Jesus, please, man. In fact, God, please. Because if Jesus gets 15 league goals, I look like a genius. Let's go, Seagulls. They're currently shitting on the parade right now. I know there was one of you that put money on Danny Welbeck to score, man. Big up you, lot. But the odds might not have been the best because everyone expects it now, isn't it? Lewis Dunk. I'm not going to lie. As we approach the hour mark, Brighton have started the second half better, man. They're more in control. There's more intention. There's more invention. They've gone up the gears. Matoma finds a teammate. João Pedro, I think he was quite quiet in the first half, despite the involvement of in the first goal. He's come to the fore now as well. Billy Gilmore has had a good game. See, like, I'm not saying United should buy Billy Gilmore, but they need a midfielder that operates like that. He's doing the give and goes, out your feet, spraying it, wants the ball. Milner. Surely he's fouled there. Silly foul for United to give away. DJ, you nervous for tonight's game? What are nerves? I don't understand the question. In life, you have to feel all emotions: happiness, sadness, anger, nerves. You know, the past brings regrets. The future brings uncertainty. There's no time like the present. I don't know what nerves are. You know, Mike Tyson, you could, in his prime, probably now could kill almost anyone on this planet. He used to say he got nervous, but you wouldn't have known it. It's how you challenge the nerves. What shall be, shall be. What's the worst that could happen? Arteta needs to employ me for the PR answers. I mean, naturally, I'm confident because, you know, last season our away form was good. I think the players have earned the right for me to have some blind confidence in a good performance generally every game we play. But it's Unai Emery, it's the villains, it's the team that took 6 points off us last season. Naturally, I'm scared. Free kick to Brighton. Can they make something? Oh, they cracked the crossbar. Who done that? Ball back in. And Harry Maguire, you know, to be fair, good defending from him. Was it Danny Welbeck? Danny Welbeck could have had a brace. I think he's kissed the crossbar. It's a good delivery. Danny's got his head on it. He's cracked the crossbar. Who's in your FPL team? Smith Rowe, Bukayo Saka, Kudus, Salah, Robertson, the left back, Deluded, which I'm a bit vexed. There's no assist there for him. Dan Burn. Muniz of Fulham. I got too many Fulham players. We're gonna have to change that. Mitoma is cooking. Can't be nervous already. Season just begun. I'm excited, but excitement could be defined as nerves. Pardon me, I'm nervous. I'm happy. I'm everything, man. Like what shall be settings. James Milner. Oh, Danny in. That's the one thing I'll give Onana. He's off his flanks. I was told Maino was that midfielder. Now they need a real centre mid. What does Maino even do? Harsh. I mean, Kobe Maino, like, obviously, you're going to be, as a young player, you're going to be lost at times. And I think as good as he is, that he's lost, like. He gets into good space. He's a good player, but you're going to get lost. When you've got Bruno and Mount doing just nonsense, Casemiro is a shadow of his former self. You're gonna just be lost in around what you're on. Maino's been involved here. It's about to be 1-1. If Ahmad can get his head up, it's about to be 1-1. It is 1-1. And you know what? The man I wanted to score. It's been I think it goes down as an own goal, but R.I.P. Mumsy, man. Getting goosebumps. Big man. Not even if he didn't play today. It's got nothing to do with his mentality. But considering what the hell has gone on off the field, to still be playing. May your mother rest in peace, man. And there you have it. It's 1-1. As I said, United are not out of it. And this is what United have been. Ironically, Brighton have started the second half better. Credit to Diallo. He's gone on it. He's gone on it alone, cutting off his left. There is a touch of fortune with the deflection. But at the end of the day, you don't buy a raffle ticket. You don't win the lottery, innit? Only one thing on his mind there, and it's paid off. It probably will go down as an own goal, but I don't think Diallo or Ahmad, better yet, I don't think Ahmad or anyone connected to Man United gives a monkey's, people. It is game on. Manchester United won. Brighton won. VAR? Nah, that ain't offside. That ain't offside. You run it, man. All right, Kay, appreciate you for resubscribing with Amazon Prime as well, man. If you're on Twitch, do up that. And make sure you're following on Playback TV, people, because, yeah, we're going to start being on that platform. There's no offside. I mean, the longer it goes on, there could be a sheg. I don't think that's offside. I'm confused. I think the goal stood. I don't think it's offside. And it's rightly so. Yeah, it's not offside. Game on. To be fair, 1-1's probably the fair reflection, but this is why it's about fine margins, because there has been half chances either side. But it hasn't worked. Charles, let that one stand for Mumsy, man. Let that one stand, man. R.I.P. Mumsy. A big mental, bro. A man's kicking ball, you know. God forbid. I don't want anyone, if you've lost your mum already or any family member, R.I.P. But God forbid, you think I'll be sitting here doing YouTube vids? So for him to play football, and I know it's an extreme example, but when people say footballers don't care and this, that, and the other, and, you know, obviously he paid tribute to his mum, so we know. Do you know how many footballers go through things and they haven't said anything? I genuinely think people look at footballers like robots too much, and they just you get paid a lot of money, but just because you get paid a lot of money does not mean you're not human. I can't lie, I'm happy I'm not a United fan. Oh, Nana would send me to an early grave. This guy is so dodgy, like so unorthodox. United on the attack again. Ahmad, I think he bottled that one. I'm not gonna lie, he bottled that against Billy Gilmore. Billy Gilmore. See, United needs someone with the skill set of Billy Gilmore. I'm not saying to sign Billy Gilmore, just the way he operates. Slightly, that's what I want at Arsenal. João Pedro done well to hold off Lisandro Martinez, but Lisandro Martinez onto him like a dog. Ref, you've got to book Casemiro or Martinez for booting the ball. I would have done the same. Yeah, it's going to end up being 2-1 Manchester United. Mr. Garnacho's coming on. We've seen this story before. Been a decent game to kick off Premier League proceedings. Whoever Spurs are playing, hopefully they lose. Oh, Spurs are playing at home, innit? Oh, traffic. Trying to go gym as well. Fuck's sake. Oh, no. Bruno Fernandes. Horrible watching him drop deep, innit? One thing I'll give him, I do think Bruno's got good mentality. He's annoying, but I do think he's with it. I think Van Hecke's done well today as well, man. Technically scored an own goal, but I think him and Veltman have done good games, man, if I'm honest. Remember, Arteta wanted Onana. Boy, thank the Lord it never happened, didn't it? Rashford's coming off for Garnacho. Thank the Lord. Mazuari, FPL assist, EG. I ain't even got him. Welbeck is terrorizing United's backline. He got one more goal in this game. I'd say 2-1 Brighton. I think United are nicking this, man. Smash and grab settings, man. I was saying to everyone that Brighton weren't ish at the end of the season. They just had all their players injured. Injuries mess up anyone. And I do think they were affected by, I can't speak on it, but because I don't really know, but obviously De Zerbi's left, but you just got the vibe. Like whenever I watched the press conferences or when he spoke, he just screamed to someone that's a bit frustrated. Like I actually think that could be Wolves' Gary O'Neill. I don't think he should get sacked. I think he's a good manager, but I think he'll just get frustrated with what they're doing. And since United have got themselves back in the game, they've done a lot better in proceedings. Martinez. No coincidence. You take off one of Mason Mount or Bruno and it's a bit better. If he doesn't get injured, he'll probably get 15, but can you count him to be healthy? Even if he's fit, like I'm not gonna lie, like even if Jesus played 38 games, like 15 league goals, do we really see that? Maybe the Jesus before the injury at the World Cup, but yeah, there'll be a lot of greats, but there'll be 15 opportunities to bag. He'll probably score like 5 to 7 amazing goals, but he'll miss the tappings. Like Jesus is an enigma when it comes to goal scoring. Like it's like the more difficult to finish, the easier it is for him. The easier it is, the more difficult it is for him. It makes no sense as a footballer. But I do think on his day, he's one of the most entertaining footballers for me at Arsenal to watch. Say Odegaard first. Casemiro looked like he was in two minds whether to go for a shot or to cross it. You end up doing neither. I like Dalot. He's a consistent 7 out of 10 player with a good mentality, and he likes to take responsibility for his team. He could be a future captain for United. Didn't he? He's fought back to have a career at Man United. I'm sure he went on loan once. Is Jesus injury confirmed? At the moment, no. But that seems to be reports. People, we've got 98 likes. What's going on? We've been here for over 90 minutes. What's going on? This is not the standards, boys and girls. This is not the standards. What happened to the non-negotiables? Ooh, João Pedro just sent someone to the shop. He's been on it in the second half, and he's found the teammate, Mitoma. This could go either way, man. I just think Brighton, we have a million chances, not bag. United will get one, and they'll make it happen. Harry Maguire's done well there, really. To be fair, Maguire's done all right today. Pardon me, Maserati looking like a solid pickup. Listen, they don't want to rate us fullbacks. We're the most important in today's game. If he is, no way he's injured again. They must sign a striker or forward then. If he is, but I don't think he's injured. Honestly, I don't know, man. At this point, I've emotionally checked out with Gabriel Jesus to a degree. I love the guy. I think he's a great footballer, but like, if you're injured, it's the same with Tomiyasu. I love Tomiyasu, but like you, Partey, Jesus, Zinchenko, defending, I've accepted a lot of things. Like sometimes I think you just got to accept people for what they are. Mitoma. Bit better in the second half as well. Him, Lewis Dunk, Billy Gilmore. I like Billy Gilmore, man. I can see why Napoli would want you. I can see why you might be tempted. Well, Brighton's Van Henke forcing the issue there. Joshua Zirkzee, Garnacho. Does well to find Casemiro. But then even that, his first time. Listen, Casemiro, you play for Real Madrid. I can't tell you anything. But for me as a fan, you should be looking to take a touch and bring it forward. Your first option is to go back. And that's what you are, like. But that's why United need a midfielder. Garnacho. Oh, Ahmad. Is a chance or the opportunity dead for United? Lisandro Martinez. Another one I got a lot of time for, man. Another one at United who just a couple man just do their jobs. You just do your job. Like there's a couple of players in this inconsistent team that you can bet on. Why Casemiro's trying flicks, I don't know. But it's United's turn to ramp up the pressure. They've got every Brighton outfield shirt in their own half. And that's the thing. Tomiyasu's a quality. I got a lot of time for Tommy. Tommy is a key part of the squad for me. But like injuries, I've checked out. Like just like with Tierney. And I would love for Timber or Calafiori to start today. But I think Zinni would. Just because the way Mikel Arteta was speaking, it doesn't... managers are good liars. He could pull a shocker off, but it didn't give me the vibe that you're going to see Timber start today. But in an ideal world, Timber, at minimum, give me an hour. And Calafiori can play the other 30. Milner, who probably should have scored as well. Welbeck or Welbs. It's got to be better there. Oh, Brighton could be in here. Mitai, I'm not sure. This guy's shit, man. Take him off, man. Who signed this guy? Not every IC3 winger is going to end up being good, man. He's rubbish. Do I mean this? Probably not, but you're rubbish, man. You're costing your team. And now United are about to get their second. Ahmad down this right-hand side. Bruno Fernandes, here it is, 2-1. We've seen this before. There you have it. As we know, Garnacho on. We've seen this before. I never lie to you lot. There you have it. This is why slightly I'm the best commentator on YouTube. We've seen this before. Said it before it happened. You saw it. There you have it. There you have it. United have completed the turnaround. Not quite sure why Brighton players are complaining. Not sure what they're complaining about. I don't think there is. Ten Hag's substitution has worked to treat. And Garnacho is bagged. Brighton shape 6s and 7s. You're in trouble. There could be no calls for offside. There can't be calls for offside. There can't be calls for offside. Nothing's wrong with that. Terrible mark. Again, a bit like when Man United conceded the first one. What's going on with the Brighton defenders? Why are they putting their hands up for offside? There's none of that. There's nothing. Nothing can help you. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, it came off the knee of Zirkzee. Can't lie, that's a sheg. If it gets ruled out, that's a sheg. That's a sheg. If it's somehow ruled out for Zirkzee there, that's a sheg. I don't even think it is. That's a sheg. That's a sheg. Football's gone crazy. That's a zang. That's a zang. If that gets ruled out, Brighton are the luckiest team on the planet. Come on, man. Football's gone crazy if that's getting ruled out, man. We say it every week. United could always be a problem. It's Man United, but they could be their own best friends or worst enemies. That can't be ruled out, man. That's a zang. I don't know what's going on now. I can't lie to you, look. That's a sheg. I think it has been ruled out. Oh, that's why I'm on YouTube. And that's why these lot are playing professional football, because you were right to put your hands up. That's a zang. It's literally just hit the knee of Zirkzee. Hadzersky have got out the way or did what Gabriel Magalhaes did against United, which Ten Hag don't forget, and did something with his body. He might have not been involved. James Milner's coming off. Belimba's coming on. Brighton caught live. Second time they've caught live. Obviously, Rashford was clearly offside, but it's been some great defending by VAR. He did touch it. Shagged. And I mean, it's poetic justice slyly seeing Man United get done dirty by refereeing decisions. You know, anyone that watched football in the early 2000s, you know, I'll never forgive these lot for how our unbeaten run ended elite cheating. I wonder how Ferguson's career trajectory goes. I think he needs a loan. Still a young striker, man. And to be fair with you, like, it's difficult because at the end of the day, you got Danny Welbeck in front of you. Clearly, the team's got balance. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes needs to make sure he wipes his head. He washes his hair today because the keeper touched his head like that. Bearing in mind, keepers spit in their hands. That's one thing I hate about Sunday League. I don't like keepers touching me, man. Like, Spud, please don't touch me. You lot spit in your hands. Dirty phlegm as well. Forget all of that. Nasty. Anyways, it's still game on. Minte, Gilmore, João Pedro, man on. Wanted too much time. Pockets picked. And now it's Man United on the attack. They've only got, 2 shirts in support. A sea of Seagull shirts defending against it. But Brighton look a bit frail defensively, man. I still think there might be a penalty in this game. Free kick given to Man United. No, the ref was given advantage. I'm not quite sure where the advantage came, but fair enough. He's done it. I can't lie. As much as Bruno cries wolf, yeah, whenever Bruno Fernandes has the ball, it's like they're trying to tear off his limbs. This is a great run. Minte, come on. Decision making. Come on. Good defending by Maguire. Brighton gaffer. Take him off, man. There must be Aderingo or something might be able to come on. Come on. Danny Welbeck's a problem, man. I only ask you to turn up. I don't really care what you do, but I hope you turn up for the 2 games you lot got against Spurs when that comes. And definitely United at Old Trafford, please. And to be fair, City. Every team in this league, please. Just take points off City. They got Gooner though, man. So they're winning the league again, man. There's nothing anyone can do about it. Just have to accept it, man. Mintai. He's actually a baller. Come on, Pedro. Too much touches. Danny Welbeck tries to regain possession. Is that a free kick being given? Can't lie. Mr. Ahmad gives away a lot of fouls, isn't it? Was that a free kick? But yeah, it is. But that's what Danny Wells can give you with those long, gangly legs. I must admit, they must really not be rating Jadon Sancho because he could have been an option to come off the bench. It's going to need to be something amazing, either from the training ground or a great piece of play. I mean, as much as I'm getting on to Minte, I don't think he's crap. I just think you're frustrating, man. I can see why but you're real with it. How old are you? I'm not going to lie. If you're older than 21, boy, I might have to change my mind. Brighton FC. Pardon me. Currently, United have had 8 shots, 2 on target. Brighton have had 8 shots, 3 on target. So 1-1 is probably the fairest. Mintai, how old are you, man? You're 20. I'll allow you. He's 20. He's 20. Okay. I'll stop slandering. You're 20. Mad sloppy. This ain't Eredivisie. There you have it. To be fair, I'll allow him. He's 20. He's 20, man. I'll stop getting on to him. Billy Gilmore looks like he fancies this. Very blessed technical footballer. It's going to have to be something amazing. Early goal of the season contender. At least work the keeper. I think this is going over. But then again, he's got that look in his eyes like he might do a madness. Or maybe it's one from the training ground and Billy Gilmore lays it to someone. I don't know. Brighton are dodgy like that, man. Straight into the wall by Billy Gilmore. You're not built for this, man. Anyways, Brighton deliver it to the back post. It's headed by João Pedro into the hands of Onana. That was dead. That was dead. Garnacho, don't know what he tried there. Can't believe you're appealing for a free kick. It's a myth. That's a free kick. Surely Kobe Maino's going to go into the book. Sloppy foul to give away from the young man. Cynical one. You know what he was doing, lad. You know what he's doing, lad. You know what he did. Didn't need to do that as well. Quality player, but did not need to do that. I understand why he did it. Deluded's coming on. And CO's coming on as well. 2 subs for Man United. I can't make out who's the other one. He's hidden behind one. Is it Scott McTominay? Yeah, he's the sort of youth to score a header. Is that for Casemiro? Who's coming off in the back line? Is it Harry Maguire for no reason? Is it Lisandro Martinez? For Brighton, I hope it's that Mintayu. Danny Wells? Yeah, you lot are losing. All right, big up Welly. Got his customary goal. It's not the Premier League if Danny Welbeck don't score against his former team. He's had a great career, really. I like NC. I'm a bit surprised he hasn't gone up the levels, if that makes sense, people. Held in a bit higher regard. Even that guy, Bayanorte, he done well. I think in his little cameo, well, I say cameo, in his debut, I think anyways, for Leicester against Spurs. Bruno Fernandes coming off for Scott McTominay. So maybe, United want to be a bit more switched on defensively and take a bit more risk. Harry Maguire coming off. I just think that's using subs for no reason. I don't think Maguire's done bad. I think, you got to give the little run out. Fair enough. Let's see what you're about. You're an FM Wonder Kid. I've got him in my FM team. I actually need to sell you because I'm in 2030. You've got a year left on your deal. You're asking me for 400 grand a week. That's a myth. Anyways, plays restarted. Horrible from Brighton there. Into the hands of Onana. Scott McTominay. Great turn. That's what Casemiro needs to do. I can't believe I'm using Scott McTominay as a guide point. But just turn on it. And here goes McTominay. He's up against 2 Brighton players. And the throw for his side. He was injured and CO can ball this year is the proof. Roads are murder at the moment. Stay safe if you have to go out. Amen, man. Everybody stay safe and make it home in one piece. Make sure you pray. All right, we've got 105 likes. If you hit the like button, I hope you win the lottery. If you hit the sub button, hope you win the lottery. If you're on Twitch, hope you win the lottery. If you've subscribed via Amazon Prime, hope you win the lottery. If you haven't done any of these things, including subscribing to my second channel, then unexpected high bills are due. Surely Ahmad's offside there. Jason's still off his line. Headers it. I wonder how both sets of players and the managers are thinking, because you must be able to think both teams you can nick 3 points, but do you just settle for a point? I don't know. I guess in sorts it will feel like 2 points, well, a point gain for United and 2 points drop for Brighton, but at the same time, both had half chances. Diallo, Zertsky, good play. He's a baller, man, and that's not offside. That's not offside. That's not off. It probably was. Zertsky can ball, man. Yeah, he's miles offside. Brighton attacking down this left-hand side. Enceo, the Paraguayan, not the best of crosses. But surely that's where it looks like João Pedro's gone up front, but surely that's where you want Danny Welbeck. Basically 9 minutes left of the second half, people. You'd imagine there'd be 2 to 3 minutes. Unexpected bills for the lurkers, man. If you're one of the supporters that just doesn't have a YouTube account, I hear it. Appreciate that. Not you lot. You lot are exempt. Unexpected high bills. Come on, you've seen inflation and the cost of living. Do you really want high bills? Christmas is going to be in a couple of months. I'm sure we're all starting to save for Christmas presents. You really want that? Some of you got to buy school uniforms. You really want that? And for those of you that have kids, I hope the first week of September, the new blazers or whatever you buy for your kids, if you haven't hit the like button, I hope they lose it. Come on, girls is probably different, but for some of you got sons, you know how sons are. They grow out, they grow quickly. They play football and mash up their trousers. And to be fair, you know what? As I get older, Mum, I am so sorry because the amount of jumpers I used to lose and mash up my trousers and my shoes. Yeah, man. These things are not cheap. Onana doing Onana things. To be fair, he killed Lisandro Martinez, and I don't know why you're shouting at him. You did well to make up defensively for it, but you killed Lisandro Martinez there. Hospital pass. It's a great tackle, though. Wait, you're not allowed over the fence. Wait. I hope these little kids are in my garden. Hey. Hey, I hope you're not ramping in my garden, you know. Please, leave my football. Fuck them kids, man. Leave my football. That's why I wish I had a dog, man. I'm sure you lot could hear my neighbour as well. She was like, come here. Take the kid to play group or something. My kid's always outside, bro, doing nonsense. Always got next man in the house as well. Some kids ain't got a chance, man. Shit, you're going straight to Felton. So bad, man. Now, 4 years, you're going Felton. You're fully going to Felton. You're going to be one of them OT babies. Anyway, sticking to the game. We've got 7 minutes left, folks. Jason Still, I bring him to Arsenal, man. Lewis Dunn. Kid is never doing anything constructive. Even when he's playing outside, you're never playing with toys, bro. Taking random planks of metal and wood and just smashing things. But the kid's bored, bro. Take my man football or something. Always looking dirty and that as well. And there's 2 brothers, they look completely different. So I don't know, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who the baby dad is. It looks like one baby dad is looking after one of the youths, the others, but I just don't know about him. Jarring, man. Don't make me call you landlords, man. Wait, still 1-1 here anyways. Yeah, I apologize, man. Ran over. It's just, yeah, man. Don't go in my garden, innit? Don't fuck about. And I somewhat hate him because I was that kid. Not like that. My mum actually cared about me, but like I was that you going into other gardens and that. I'm falling through the roof of a shed. Hey, okay. The camera angle did me dirty. I thought Garnacho scored there. He's earned the corner. And to be fair, is it written in the stars that Deluded scores his first Man United goal from his set piece? Sure, Man United fans probably would have wanted Harry Maguire there. Oh, Ahmad, are you sure you want to take it, or it needs a right-footed in-swinger? You know, you're one of the United players I've got time for. I hope if they are to score, I hope you're involved, but it's got to be something brilliant. Not too long left at this moment in time, folks. Diallo delivers. It's not the best. United can still keep up the pressure. Garnacho. United still have the ball, but they're forced backwards. And that's the end of that move, at least, albeit on a temporary basis. 114 likes. You lot, God bless you lot. Oh, Nana. More hopeful than anything. Jason Still says thank you. Jason Still finds Hazelwood. I like this left back, you know. Billy Gilmore. See, this is what you need, United. Spraying it to the right winger. Oh, that was a good bit of skill from the Brighton midfielder, Belemba or something. That was wavy. I don't even know what skill that was to evade, you know, Scott McTominay. I think he was bamboozled as well. João Pedro. It's getting scrappy. João Pedro, United's Kobe Mainoo on the case. Scott McTominay tries to find Garnacho. Can he keep it on? He does, but where's the supporting act? Garnacho attempts to switch play. It's gone out of play. There's a late United winner somewhere. Scrappy, lucky going extra time. To be fair, just get the 3 points and deal with it after. There'll still be concerns, but anyone would take that. If Arsenal were in this situation, I'd be praying on the same thing, man. Lewis Dunn. Both teams look a bit knackered now, if I'm honest. Danny Welbeck's opener was the 100th goal of his club career in all comps, while he's only scored more against West Ham United with 7 than he has against his former club, Man United, with 6. Boy, he's got a vendetta. You can never be appealing for a pen, Brighton. I mean, Man United. Brighton on the counter attack. João Pedro. Uncle Casemiro, you're going out tired, man. You're going out wrong, man. Casemiro, it's actually upsetting. Casemiro, you're going out wrong. Please go Saudi Arabia, man. You've had a fantastic career. But this Man United Casemiro is not the fair image of you, man. Minte. Come on, man. You look like you'll be a player. You're not ready right now. Apparently, Mazawari setting up Ahmad's goal for Man United was the first time a Premier League goal that was scored both and assisted by an African player. Great stuff. What other statistics are there? Don't look like it. It tells you everything. You know, Opta and Shakwa and all them people, they're not really running the statistics. The baby that cannot jump me, but I've had passive with him already. I've told you already. I can't lie to you. I don't even know if it's the baby dad or whatever, but like obviously the wall that we're in is quite hollow, isn't it? So you know the birds, the birds and the bees. They were doing all of that. Wait, one sec. What did you say about the title? Yeah, we need to chalk off the Man United goal. It is 1-1, in fact. They were doing the birds and the bees. I swear to you, this woman's making. I don't know what kind of dick he's hitting her with, but you go, I'm trying to sleep, banging off the door, banging off the wall. I'm actually trying to sleep. Like this was years ago when I was still making pigeon vids, banging off the door, the windows, the wall. Sorry, banging it. Like chill out. Like you lot do what you're doing, but chill out. He was like, "Stop fucking banging the wall." I promise you on everything. I promise you. The minute he said that, I put on my clothes. I knocked on the door. Like, what's good? Like, he's like, "No, allow it, man." Like, bro, don't. I'm definitely not on no bad boy stuff. But don't try to do that. Don't try to do that. Like, slightly, I'm jealous as well because you know it's not me in it, but still. Billy Gilmore's coming off some late substitutions for Brighton. Hopefully there's changes. But yeah, man, jarring. She got a new man every week though, man. Tottenham or Man City watch along. Allow me, man. Aston Villa settings. I want to go gym. Allow me, man. Allow me. What Premier League action is actually on today? And I must admit, I hate doing watch alongs for 3 p.m. kickoffs. Like I'll soldier it for Arsenal. Spurs versus Everton. They're gonna batter Everton, but you know, hopefully the Evertonians do a thing. Later today, people, you've got Spurs, Everton, Crystal Palace, West Ham, Southampton, Nottingham Forest, obviously Aston Villa, Arsenal. You've got Fulham, Leicester. That should be a good game. Ipswich versus Man City. Hopefully Amari Hutchinson bags, but I can't see that. Pardon me, just because Man City are probably going to run riot. I don't know if I've said it, but Southampton, Nottingham Forest. Tomorrow, you've got the Eddie Howe derby, Bournemouth against Newcastle, Wolves, Chelsea. Oh, Liverpool, Brentford. Boy, tomorrow, I'm not going to lie to you. It's not a Hill Carnival setting, so boy, you lot deal with that, innit? But yeah, if you're not going, you've got some entertaining football there. Anthony. Oh, to be fair, he almost set up McTominay. Casemiro, tame effort. Small appeals for a handball. Come on. Casemiro's gone out sad, man. He's gone out sad, man. It's gone out sad. United are going to be battling for fourth with Villa, Chelsea, Spurs, Newcastle. But as long as Arsenal can win something, boy. United are their own worst enemies, man. They need to act in a Casemiro. Come on. I actually feel sad for him. Like, it's like watching a heavyweight boxer. Like, you know, like it must have been R.I.P. Muhammad Ali. It must have been like watching what Muhammad Ali was in his early and peak of his career to what it ended up being. Like, sometimes 7 minutes of added on time, by the way, folks. Sometimes you've got to leave the game before the game leaves you. More than enough time. Technically 6 minutes. Rotter's on as well. He's a baller. Brighton. And the Ringer's not known for his headers, even though he's chipped in with a bit. He couldn't get on it there. Hazelwood. Oh, ref free kick. Silly free kick from Mazarari to give away. It's taken quickly. Nope. The ref has said forget that. I can't. Is this Simon Hooper? This ref proper fancies himself, innit? He's proper full of himself. Be a bitter pill to swallow if either team concedes a late goal, man. We're into Fergie time. Boy, he is washed, man. Like, it's sad. He is washed. He is washed. I mean, he's gone United, won an FA Cup and a couple of trophies, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, man, on the pitch, he's gone out wrong, man. Would have been very different had Rashford's goal stood, or more so Garnacho's goal / Zertsky's. But obviously, it hit Joshua Zertsky's knee, and he is in front of play. The Zertsky guy is garbage. Thank God we didn't sign. That's hard. Nah, he's not garbage. He's not garbage. I don't know if you're on getting goals like that, but you're not. He's definitely not garbage. I actually like him a lot. He's not garbage. I think that's harsh. Aderinga. Come on, Brighton. Come on, Seagulls, man. 2-1 still in the title. It can't still be. It can't still be. It can't still be. I actually changed that. VAR is one of the most annoying things now. It's come to watch alongs. Rutter down this right-hand side. Sent 2 people shot. João Pedro is still here. What can Brighton do? There's a sea of red shirts, though. It's very congested. Asensio. Is he going to buy a raffle ticket? He does go for the shot. Did it take a knock? Deflected over. The worst thing that happened to Ali was not losing fights, but the Parkinson's disease. So sad to see. Yeah, it's sad, man. But we've all got to go somehow, some way, man. It's sad, man. I'd say that Alzheimer's, like anyone I've seen, family members, myself included, with Alzheimer's, that is tough to take, man. Like the saddest thing is like when they can't remember you, like they genuinely can't remember you, or like they say they can, and they can't. But then some days they can. It's sad, man. Like, it's one of the saddest things in the world, man. Corner kick to Brighton. How long left? We're in the 94th minute. What's that about? Just over 3.5 minutes. Zertsky said he's a 9.5. That tells you he's not on goal scoring like that. But he did get double figures last year. Now he can play ball, man. Just not a cold-hearted killer when it comes to goal scoring. I think he's a good signing. Is Mazawari coming off? I'm not sure. Like, I don't think so. He's limping. Not quite sure. I don't think the camera got that. 3 minutes left of this clash, people. Been a good way to kick off the Premier League action this weekend. What's going to come of this? It's a decent delivery, you know. Hit it, Aderinga. Hit it. Movie settings. Be like DG. Hit it. Someone hit it. Aderinga again. Hit it. Oh! Jean-Pedro goal! Goal! Ferguson time! Unfortunately, it's the Seagulls. The Seagulls have Chateau Man divided. Whoa. Yes! I don't know. VAR could get involved. I don't know what for, but goal. Pedro. João Pedro. Aye, look at the little United fans. I cry, man. Welcome to football, bro. I want to see little kids crying. Cry, bro. I ain't got no sympathy. I've seen Arsenal fans cry for years. Cry, man. It is 2-1 now. We needed a bit of magic. Credit to Aderinga and Co involved in that. Credit to everybody. Arsenal signed him. He stood up the cross to the back post. Offside can never be a thing. It's a great header. Man United are done. They're finished. Well, in fact, there's still time to nick it. And some of you were saying 2-1 Brighton. You got what you asked for. So what? Deluded came on and conceded. Agendas. João Pedro. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to playing Brighton. Terrible defending. DG looked for Gooner. Came from Mainz to Brighton this summer. He's a baller. English fans be surprised how incredibly talented he is. We'll be on the lookout. Told you, DG, 2-1 Brighton. I bet my money. Cash out, lad. Big up, Matt. Cash out. Yeah, my sister-in-law is 74 and got advanced Alzheimer's. Absolutely horrible state she's in. Be a blessing when she goes. Thoughts are with you, man. It's horrible, man. It's unfortunate. It's real life, man. I'm only 29, but I think about things deeply, and I like to learn from older people, and not to get all dark and whatnot, but obviously my parents' age, innit? Every week one of their friends is dying, or there's a funeral, or there's something. It's a part of life, innit? But I've always thought about it, innit? We're dying every day, innit? So we might as well just live our lives. But yeah, not to get all dark, man. I did have a chance, man. Chance is gone, innit? This result is only fun if we beat Villa. You're right. Just so you have to be calm. Like, look at Bruno. He looks like he wants to ball out. Boys. Ref, how long? That's it. Surely. Boys. Ref, how long? So Alex Ferguson giving you direct debit. What's going on? Like, go back to the goalie, man. Come on. Fouls. Essential. Be strong. Be strong. Foul him. Foul him. Foul Maino. Just foul him. Someone just take the foul. I love that. I love that from Berlin. But boot the ball. Ref. João Pedro, this might be your season. See, I should have put you and Welbeck and these kind of guys in my FPL side. Come on, I'm with the Brighton fans. Let's go, Brighton. It's nothing personal, United fans, man. It's like, you lot talk on Arsenal all year, so it's only right. Anthony comes on, United lose. Jennings, come on, Brighton! And the drama has ended, people. Brighton 2. Man United 1. It could have been a different story had, you know, Man United's goal stood. João Pedro with the goods. He was involved in the build-up play for the first goal. He had a bit of a quiet first half. Second half, he obviously, you know, did his thing. Welbeck got proceedings kicked off. You know, Diallo for me, striker's finished, but it probably goes down as an own goal, Drew level. And yeah, man, it's been a decent game. I don't think either team defended as well as they would have liked to, especially for the goals. I definitely feel both teams would have been, you know, would have wanted a bit more end product. You know, United have lost. Simple as that. Brighton have won. Lit stuff. Lit stuff. This is lovely stuff, people. But Arsenal fans, nah, always funny when United lose. Inner Circle, tell them again, man. Glory, glory, Man United. Glory, glory, Man United. But again, Arsenal fans, we need to stay humble because at the end of the day, we still need to play and we can laugh at Man United. I'm not going to lie, the laughter don't mean much if we don't go and get 3 points, people, today against the villains. And we've got Una Emery, so we've just probably earned a lot more new haters. But on the topic of Aston Villa Arsenal, don't forget to join me at 4:30. So literally just in 2 hours, really, basically. And we're going to watch Arsenal together, people. So yeah, man. João Pedro already better than Anthony. Bare people better than Anthony, man. Reece Nelson better than Anthony. Ethan ain't even played in the Prem like that. He's better than Anthony in his own position. Remember, Anthony said this year he would get a lot of goals and assists. So we will be watching that, people. We will be watching that. But as usual, it's always fantastic to be here with you guys. It's always a pleasure to watch football with you lot. I big up you lot, whether you've been on Twitch or YouTube, your comments, your differences of opinions, your banter. All of this has been amazing. As Marcel said there, big up Brighton Munich. To be fair, James Milner should have scored a couple. I'm sure Danny Welbeck wishes he had a brace because he did hit the crossbar. But in between that, you lot have been in top form. I'll see you lot at 4:30 to begin the watch along for Aston Villa Arsenal. But until then, stay safe, stay blessed. Peace.